Good afternoon. It's big game day today. This is over and over and over again. My name is Richard, and we are looking forward to this really, really important game, isn't it? The first of three big tests away from home for Arsenal as we look to seal a First League title for 19 years. This is Liverpool versus Arsenal from Anfield coming up the other side of this. So this is a big one then. Matchday live, Arsenal away at Anfield. Of course, a game that conjures up many, many great memories, doesn't it? From so many famous previous matches against this opposition on this stadium, of course. One particular one always springs to mind, doesn't it? 1989 and the title decider. This one isn't a title decider, and it won't be a title decider. Either way, win, lose or draw today, nothing is going to be decided. But what it will give us is it's going to give us a real big idea of how much this team are ready for the battles that lay ahead in these final 9 games. I say this is the first of 3 big away games coming up over the next few weeks, isn't it? Here at the Etihad, and then of course that's in James's Park at the beginning of May. And these are games that's going to decide exactly where we're likely to finish. Those 9 points that are up for grabs in these 3 games are going to go a long way to deciding where we'll finish. But I say it's an exciting opportunity for Arsenal. We haven't won here since 2012, as we know. So this is an opportunity to bounce back and get a victory here and really make a statement and say that we are here for the long run. We are going to take this title race all the way down to the end. So we've got your team news in, and this is how the team's lining up for you today. So for Arsenal, in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. The back 4 is, as expected, really, Ben White, Rob Holding, Gabriel and Alexander Zinchenko. William Saliba, of course, still out. Big test for Rob Holding today. In midfield, as usual, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka and captain Martin Odegaard. And in the front 3, one change. We're always wondering which front 3 are going to start. Well, today, Bukayo Saka's back, and he is alongside Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. So it's Trossard drops down to the bench. So the bench is Matt Turner, Kieran Tierney, Jacob Kior, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Raul Walters, Emil Smith-Rowe, Leandro Trossard and Reece Nelson. For Liverpool, then, this is how they line up today. In goal is, of course, Alisson Becker as normal. They're back 4, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Andrew Robertson. In midfield, captain Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Curtis Jones. And they're 3 up front, Diogo Jota, Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo. All 3 of those, of course, have caused Arsenal some problems in recent years, haven't they? We know Jota and Salah's goal record against us, and of course Cody Gakpo did score for PSV in the Europa League against us early this season, didn't he? On the bench then it's goalkeeper Keller, also Joe Gomez, Thiago, James Milner, Kostas Tsimikas, Harvey Elliott, Joel Matip, Roberto Firmino and Darwin Núñez. So they are your lineups. What do you make of those lineups then, guys? What are you making out of all of that? We've already got some comments in the chat. Steve's in. He says, "Go Gunners, so nervous." No, don't be nervous, Steve. We are a good team. We can get the job done today. Nathan says, "Hi, Rich. Hope you're well. Score prediction. I think it depends on what Liverpool turn up. I'm going 2-1 to Arsenal." It does depend what Liverpool turns up. You're right. I mean, at home, though, they've been very good, haven't they? We've seen some of their results. The Bournemouth result, Man United result. They've only lost once here in the Premier League all season. That was to Leeds back in October. So we know Liverpool at Anfield are not the same proposition as they are away from home. And Arsenal have got to be ready. It's more about which Arsenal team turn up. Is it going to be an Arsenal team that can that believe that we can get a victory in this stadium, something that we haven't done since Mikel Arteta was a player, of course. That's how long it's been. Herman's in the chat as well. He says, "Good afternoon, Richard. Happy Easter to you and to yourself, mate. Happy Easter to everybody actually watching. It is, of course, Easter Sunday. We may have forgotten with all the excitement of the game, but it is Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to everybody that's watching. Hope you're having a nice weekend." Phil says, "There, afternoon, everyone. Let's smash this Anfield hoodoo. An optimistic 3-1 to the Gunners." Well, I mean, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? And what a statement that would be. And you're right, it is a hoodoo, isn't it? We've lost our last, 7 meetings here in the league, conceded something like 32 goals or something ridiculous. I mean, we just can't seem to find a way to get a result here, can we? We haven't done in recent years. So it's about time we did. And will today be the day? We will about to find out. Russ says, "Evening, everyone. Let's do this." Indeed, let's do this. Russ says, "I'll take a draw." Me too, mate. I would take a draw 100% because a 6-point lead would be fantastic, wouldn't it? We'll take that, won't we? Yeah, this is what I want to see is, in recent years, we've gone to Anfield, no matter where we've been in the league, no matter what the situation has been, we've just turned up at Anfield and got turned over in quite embarrassing fashion at times, conceding goal after goal. And I want to see us go here today and show that we're ready for these type of battles, because we're going to have, we've got a lot more to come, haven't we, between now and the end of the season. And we've got to show that we can deal with these type of games. And this is probably, I know Liverpool haven't had the season that many were expecting. I know Liverpool aren't the side that they were over the last few years this season, for one reason or another, whatever it is. They're not quite at that same level, are they? But it doesn't matter. This is probably the hardest game that we've got this season, certainly from a mentality perspective, because of how poor our results have been here over the years. And this is probably the biggest test that we'll have. And if we come through this unscathed, unbeaten, a draw, yes, I'll take a draw. Then I really believe that is going to give us a real massive lift going into these last few games. And we've got some more really tricky away games to come, as we know. So yeah, it's really important today, and it is. I think it's our biggest test of the season so far. Forget where Liverpool are in the league. Forget the season that they've had. Look at their record at Anfield. Look at our record at Anfield. And it is the toughest game, a biggest test of the season so far. Coming at a very, very crucial time, isn't it? Because every single point now is important, isn't it? I mean, Pep said, didn't he, in his press conference, that if Man City drop any points, Arsenal win the league. I don't think it's quite as simple as that. I think there's a lot of points still to play for both these teams, and I think both teams are potentially going to drop points here and there, looking at some of the games that's left. So it's just going to be, can we deal with the extra pressure now? And there is more pressure on us now in these last few games. We've run a great run, 7 wins in a row. I mean, at this point in the season, that's an incredible run, isn't it? But this is a big test, and it's a test that we have to turn up and produce a performance and a result. And yeah, I say there seems to be a few optimistic score predictions in there. Let me know what you think, guys. What's your score predictions for this game? I want to be optimistic, and I want to think we can win, and I believe we can win. Will we win? That is the question. I'm not sure. Rob Holding's a worry for me against his front three for Liverpool, I've got to be honest. But I don't know. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And I don't think that's a bad result. I know draw sometimes, depending on whether you're winning or losing, depending on the way the game goes. But overall, I don't think a draw will be a bad result. I think we can win. I'm just not sure if we will. So I'm going to go for a draw. Let me know what you think. Herbert says a big sports day later on at the Masters Golf Tournament. A lot of bad weather this tour. Yeah, there has been a lot of bad weather. Yeah, that's going to be exciting as always. The final day of the golf is always an exciting watch, isn't it? So we'll probably watch a bit of that later as well. But nothing is more important for the next couple of hours than this game today. So important for Arsenal, isn't it? It's such a big test of mentality as much as anything else. Can we go to Anfield and win? Where we haven't done since 2012. When was the last time we went to Anfield with real pressure on us? Don't forget that win in 2012 was about third, fourth game of the season. There's not as much pressure on us in that point of the season, is there? When was the last time we went to Liverpool in a real pressure game and got a win? It'd be a long time, longer than that. So, it proves what a real big test this is today. I say not just of ability. We know the way this season's gone, player for player, we're in better form than them. We're probably a better team than them at this moment in time. What they've achieved over the last few years, yes, we're not at that level yet. We've got work to do. But certainly this season, we've been a better team than them. Look at the league table. It tells you all you need to know. But this isn't about who's the better team. It's about who's got the right mentality, who's got the right, the right character to win these sort of games. Herbert says, how's the weather in Liverpool? Well, the weather's okay. It's a good day for football, actually. It's not raining. It's not particularly windy. It's a little bit chilly, but perfect weather for football. So, yes, we will. The weather's not going to be an issue. The pitch is great. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely rocking. Can we deal with it? That is the question. Nathan says Zinchenko's role will be important. If he drifts into midfield at the wrong moment, that will leave space for Salah to attack. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether Zinchenko's role is going to be slightly different today, just because of that reason. because he does drift into midfield a lot. There are lots of spaces behind him, and it is a worry, isn't it, that could be exploited, by Salah, by Gakpo, Jota. I mean, he's got a great goal scoring record against us as well, hasn't he? So we're going to have to be focused on the defensive side of our game as well, aren't we? And going forward, we know we've got the quality to cause them problems. They've not been great defensively, although at Anfield, they've not conceded a goal at Anfield since the 30th of December in the Premier League. So, it's going to be an interesting game, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. There's so many little side plots to it. But ultimately, we've got to get a result here. A defeat would be damaging, wouldn't it? Not only in the title race, we still have a 5-point advantage, but we'd have played a game more. And we've still got to go to City, haven't we? I think a defeat today would certainly swing it back in Man City's favour. There's no doubt about that. So we need to get a positive result. Arsenal will be wearing the black kit today, which is a very nice kit, as we know, all black. Liverpool, of course, in their traditional home kit of all red. Famous fixture this in English football history. The 239th time these two teams have met over the years. One of the most played fixtures in English football history, and so many famous games. Of course, the very first ever match of the day was at Anfield, Liverpool against Arsenal, wasn't it? 1964. Liverpool won that game 3-2. So let's hope for a different result today. But there's been so many famous meetings, of course. The most famous one of all, 34 years ago, and of course, Arsenal manager and captain, of course, laid the wreath, didn't they, at the memorial yesterday, to mark the anniversary of Hillsborough, which is next week. Of course, from that same year, 1989, a lot of things happened, didn't they, in that year in English football. But from an Arsenal perspective, of course, that game at Anfield will be one that we'll always remember, won't we? Terry's in the chat this afternoon. Richard, all in the chat. 3-1 win, only nothing less. Well, good that you're optimistic. There's a lot of 3-1s in the chat today. I like to see optimism. I say I'm not 100% convinced yet that we can win at Anfield, but this is our best chance. Let's be honest, for a long time, isn't it? The form that we're in, the way that we're playing, but can we get over that mental issue when it comes to playing at Anfield? We're just about to find out, because the teams are coming out. They're out on the pitch at Anfield. This is the way Liverpool line up. Alisson in goal. It's Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. In midfield, Henderson, Fabinho and Jones. And then the front three, Jota, Salah and Gakpo. For Arsenal, then, it's Ramsdale in goal. The back four, White, Holding, Gabriel and Zinchenko. It's Partey, Xhaka and Ødegaard in midfield. And the front three today is Saka, Jesus and Martinelli. So Trossard, who's been playing so well, scored a hat-trick here for Brighton earlier this season, is on the bench. I'm a little bit surprised about that, actually, because I thought Trossard's the one player you would think that knows how to score at Anfield. It's not too many of these Arsenal players have done that in the past. So it maybe should have been a better idea to have maybe started him. We'll see. But he's a great option, isn't he, from the bench anyway? So it is what it is. This is the team that Mikel Arteta has gone with. And let's see how it goes. Herman says, I'll go 3-2 win for Arsenal. Another optimistic, I like to see this optimistic predictions in the chat. Let's hope that you're all right and we do win this game, because I say not only will it be fantastic in terms of the points and the position in the table that it will put us in, it also, I think, mentally as well, it's a massive statement it will make that, this team can go on. And I believe, I said this on the channel a week or so ago after the Leeds game, that if we win at Anfield, I think we'll win the league. If we win this game today, I think we'll go on and win the league. I think this will be the result that pushes us to give us that extra belief to go and do it. If we don't win today, I'm not saying we won't win the league, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult, isn't it? So that's how big this game is today. Terry says, I was going to say 5-1, but Palace put me off that score. Yeah, Palace, if you didn't know, they won 5-1 at Leeds. Wow, what a result that was for them, of course, under Roy Hodgson. He's done a great job there straight away, hasn't he? Come in, not quite sure what was happening with Patrick Vieira there. Couldn't seem to get them to score goals and win games, could he, this season? And Roy Hodgson's come in and straight away they're off and running 2 wins in a row. And say 5-1 today at Leeds after going behind as well. What a result that was for them. Puts Leeds in trouble, doesn't it, still, in that bottom of the table. But we're not too worried about the relegation zone, are we? We are only focused on one thing, and that is the title race and how important its 3 points are. The fans are singing, of course, at Anfield. the famous song over the years, of course, "You'll Never Walk Alone," but Arsenal need to be together today. It's nothing about being on our own. We need to all be together, the fans, the players, everybody, to get us the 3 points in this game, which will be so important. Good to see Kenny Dalglish in the crowd looking well. And there is going to be, of course, a minute's silence for Hillsborough. This is the nearest home game, of course, for Liverpool to mark the anniversary, which is, as we said, next week. There's a great tifo behind the goal at the Kop with 97 on it, of course, the 97 fans who sadly lost their lives at Hillsborough. Impeccably observed there from everybody inside Anfield, I'm sure everywhere around the world as well. And it was a great banner there. Maybe that's not always a great thing before a game, isn't it, when you're playing Liverpool? The emotions that there's going to be. I'm sure they're going to want to start this game really quickly. So Arsenal, all in black, we are going to be attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is the Kop end. For those who are familiar with Anfield, of course, a famous football stadium, changed a lot over the years. Certainly changed a lot since 1989, isn't it? But anyway, Arsenal are going to kick off, I say, attacking that goal to our right. We are off and underway here at Anfield. And Arsenal straight away in possession with Gabriel up this near side. Plays the ball up that line to Gabriel Martinelli, 2 Brazilians there. A few Brazilians, of course, in both squads. Today, Liverpool against Arsenal. We're off and underway here. That long ball played up this near side. And Robertson and Saka coming into battle for the first time today. No doubt there's going to be quite a few battles going on between those two. And Arsenal won a free kick straight away. It was Konate there. Rather loose touch, and he fouled Granit Xhaka there trying to win the ball back. The French defender. Herman says here it's always difficult towards the end of the title. No, it is. You're absolutely right. This is a time when the pressure's on, isn't it? The referee, by the way, is Paul Tierney. With less said about him. Anyway, it's a free kick taken by Zinchenko, played out to that far side. Arsenal's left. Gabriel Martinelli goes around the outside to the byline. Can he pull the ball back? Liverpool managed to scramble it away. Not very far. Xhaka's shot comes in, blocked by Konate. I think it was on target, going in. Good piece of defending that was there. The quickly taken a free kick there, caught Liverpool out a little bit. I was expecting the ball into the box. Martinelli it was, went around the outside. Went around the outside of Trent, managed to pull the ball back. It ricocheted about, fell to Granit Xhaka. His shot's deflected behind it. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal inside the first minute and a half. Been a good fast start is from Arsenal. It's going to be Martinelli to take this corner over on that far side. Arsenal's left. He's going to swing this in with his right foot. Can we get an early goal in front of the Kop? Martinelli swings it into the near post. Liverpool managed to scramble it clear again. And now they've got an opportunity maybe for a counter-attack. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays the ball out to that far side, looking for the pace of Mo Salah. Is he going to be able to keep this ball in? He is. He's got a little bit of space there. Martinelli comes across the cover. Salah's gone past him. Salah inside the box, but Martinelli just gets a foot in. Good tackle that was there. And Granit Xhaka has put the ball out for a throw over on that far side. That's how dangerous Liverpool are going to be on the counter-attack with that pace that they've got. With Salah, he's their top scorer, 23 goals again for him this season. Mohamed Salah, not in his best season, but he still banged 23 goals. That's not bad, is it? Anyway, Van Dijk now inside the centre circle, plays it square to Curtis Jones. Now Andrew Robertson on this near side plays it back again to Virgil van Dijk. He's not been at his best either. In fact, there's not many Liverpool players you could say have had a good season, have they? Let's be honest. They've all been below par. And that's why they're struggling to even make the European places, let alone the Champions League. Unless, of course, they do win it, because they are. I know they can't win it, though, aren't they? They got knocked out by Madrid, didn't they? Anyway, goalkeeper Alisson now, he's got the ball at his feet inside the Liverpool penalty area. Arsenal aren't really pressing him too much, so he plays it out to that far side to Canate. Now it's up the line to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes back again to goalkeeper Alisson, kicks it long this time up towards halfway. And Zinchenko missed his header there, actually, with Mo Salah. But Rob Holding was there behind him to tidy that up. And he's kicked it away and completes the clearance. A lot of pressure on Rob Holding today, isn't there? Having a fill-in for William Saliba. And in a big test against these very, very quick Liverpool front three. They've caused us problems in the past, all three of them, haven't they? You know, we know what Diogo Jota's goal scoring record is, Mo Salah, and of course Cody Gakpo, who scored against us this season in the Europa League for PSV, as we mentioned before. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal, just over on that far side. We've played 3.5 minutes here at Anfield. Arsenal had that really fast start. We got a corner inside the first minute, but the game's kind of settled down a little bit now. Liverpool did have that fast counter-attack. Zinchenko's taking his time over this throw, finally finds Martinelli, and then he plays it back to Rob Holding. Regenda's in the chat there. He says, "Hi, Rich. How you doing, Regenda? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Looking forward to this game. It's going to be nervy. It's going to be exciting as well, I'm sure. Let's hope that Arsenal can get the result that we so desperately need, because a win here today would, I say, be a big statement apart from anything else, wouldn't it? I wouldn't necessarily say anything else other than the fact it's just a big statement to say that we're ready for this title race, and we're gonna be there for it. Anyway, it's a free kick now to Liverpool. No, the referees said play on. It will look like a foul on Gakpo, but Trent Alexander-Arnold's got the ball over on that far side, finds Mo Salah. We played 6.5 minutes. Mo Salah in possession for Liverpool, looking to try and create another goal against us. We've got David in the chat. Hey, my friend, he says, yo, dude, I want the Arsenal to win. Well, we all do as well, but it's not going to be easy, is it? Let's see what happens. It's been a pretty cagey start, really, to the game after that first couple of minutes there when Arsenal nearly got a goal so early on. But yeah, let's see if we all want Arsenal to win, but it's certainly not going to be easy, is it? We know that, but let's see how it goes. So far, Liverpool haven't really created anything against us, and we've had problems, haven't we, before in terms of an early goal conceded at Anfield quite often over the years, and we've not really recovered from that. So it's important that we do start the game well. We have started the game reasonably well, you have to say. So far, we've looked okay, comfortable. And in fact, there's been a goal there to Arsenal. My stream went, but we've scored after 8 minutes. The stream is still not caught up with itself. But Arsenal have just scored on, it looks like a counter-attack. The ball came there to Martinelli inside the box, and he's managed to poke it past Alisson, and Arsenal lead. 8 minutes played. It was Saka there, ran forward there, played it into Martin Odegaard. He managed to thread the ball through, and it was poked home by Gabriel Martinelli. Wow, what a start this has been from Arsenal. Our first real attack of the game. And it's already resulted in Martinelli got past Trent Alexander-Arnold inside the penalty area and managed to poke the ball into the net at the Kop end. And it is. It is 1-0 to the Arsenal at Anfield. It's not often we've even got ourselves in front of Anfield, is it, over the years? Terry says, Ollie Watkin-esque. He said, well, I didn't see it live, that's why, because the stream was shit. So I didn't see the goal. I've only just seen it now after it already gone in, so never mind. Terry says, yes, Phil's is brilliant. It was a great goal, wasn't it? Brilliant counter-attack. That's what we can do. The pace on the counter-attack. Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Martinelli is there to finish it off. Knocks it in to the net past Alisson, and it is 1-0. It's Martinelli's 14th Premier League goal of the season. He is our top scorer. He's in a great run of form, and that's why he's in the team. In the centre-forward position he was there, running through in between the two Liverpool defenders, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk, and he just managed to poke that past Alisson into that far corner. Really, really good finish, actually, it was from Gabriel Martinelli. And Arsenal, at a ground where we haven't won since 2012, now lead 1-0. And you have to say that is a fantastic start. Just 7.5 minutes it was, the time of the goal in front of the Kop. And Gabriel Martinelli is with the goal. Regenda says, I'm 2 minutes behind you. Oh, well, you might see the goal in a minute then. It's a great goal. And Arsenal actually haven't lost in our last 30 games since scoring first. We've got Kanisha in the chat there. Good morning to you, the host of this morning live broadcast show. Yeah, good morning to yourself as well, wherever you are in the world. It's sort of late afternoon here, but obviously it's morning where you are, and that's great. And Kanisha says, good morning to everyone tuning in from all over the world. Indeed, yeah, great to see everybody, no matter where in the world you are. We do get viewers from everywhere, which is great to see. There's a few little issues here with the stream, actually. I've got to be honest, it's doing me a head in. So what I'm going to try and do is I am going to try and get it elsewhere because it's just not working. So give me 2 seconds and we are going to see what we can do to try and solve this problem. Let's have a look at what we can do. I'm going to try something a bit different. So we're going to see, and hopefully we'll be able to get you a better stream because that was not really working as we hoped it would. So let's have a look and see. We're going to try again something a little bit better, and hopefully we can see the goals that go in live rather than it's not working now. Give me 2 seconds. There's a few issues here, which isn't great, is it? Where are we? Let's have a look. All right, let's try a different one. Give me 2 seconds and we'll be back with you. Don't worry. We'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening once I can just get myself sorted out here. A few technical issues, we'll call it. And that's what we'll do. So let's have a look and see if we can be back in business for you. But the good news is, of course, Arsenal are winning by 1-0 very, very early in this game. And a perfect start. Let's have a look if we can get back to where we were. Let's have a look. We're still having a few problems trying to find a stream that's going to work now. I don't know what's happened. We don't normally have too many problems, but for some reason today, typically it decides it doesn't want to play ball with us, doesn't it? Let's have a look what we can find. I had one before that was all right, and then it started going a bit funny. But it's not getting anything at the minute. I do apologise. Be back with you in a sec. I actually don't know what's happening with this. It's just not playing ball. All right, let's have a look and see. Right, okay, we may work now. Let's just give it 2 seconds and see. I'm just trying a few different settings just to see if we can get it working for you. Come on, stop messing about. Let's have a look. Right, hopefully now we'll be in business, but let's wait and see what happens. Nothing seems to be working at the minute for whatever reason, so we might have to try a different approach. Not too sure what's going on actually. Oh, hang on, we're back. We are back. Here we go. But it's still 1-0. We've played 15 minutes. And Liverpool now with goalkeeper Alisson goes long up that far side looking for, I think it's Mo Salah there. Again, it's froze. It is Mo Salah, comes in field, plays a ball over the top there looking for Cody Gakpo, but it is going to run through all the way to Aaron Ramsdale, who kicks it long over on that far side. It's got out for a throw to Liverpool. Ramsdale wearing all yellow kit today. Agenda says Zivchenko shot save. Russ says hopefully that will draw them out. Yeah, I mean, at some point it's going to have to, isn't it? But let's see what happens. Liverpool are in possession at the moment. Arsenal pressing higher up the pitch now. That ball played forward there up this near side by Diogo Jota, who's very deep actually. Plays the ball forward, but Rob Holding's there, plays it back to goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. 16 minutes played. It is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. Gabriel Martinelli with that early goal, of course, finishing off a free-flowing Arsenal counter-attack with a cool little finish inside the area, just rolling it past Alisson into the far corner in front of the Kop. That's a long ball there from Alisson, but Trent Alexander-Arnold's underneath it, plays it back to Konate, and Liverpool just trying to settle themselves back into this game after that fast start from Arsenal. The goal, I say, after just 8 minutes. What a great start to this game it's been for Arsenal. But a long way still to go, of course. And Anfield is a place that's very difficult, isn't it, to get a win for Arsenal. So we know how difficult it's going to be. Is it going to be too late at the far post? Cross came in there. It was Gabriel Jesus arriving out at the far post. But I think the whistle's gone anyway. It was good play, actually, from Arsenal. Again, we're moving the ball across the pitch. This time it was from left to right. It found its way to Bukayo Saka. And he was able to put a cross in there. A lovely crossfield pass. I think he was onside. I'm not sure if it was offside it was given. It shouldn't have been. Saka's got the ball on this near side. Arsenal's right. Put across to the far post. Jesus was there, but he couldn't finish it off. Did well to get there, Jesus. But at full pace there, he couldn't quite turn it in. And it's gone over the crossbar. Big opportunity that for Arsenal to go 2-0 up. And you do feel as though if we can get a second goal, this game may well be all over before it's really started. Trent, again, was caught out there defensively. Not quite sure how he gets picked every week for Liverpool when he's that poor defensively. Anyway, he got away with that because Jesus put it wide. Terry says there are Jesus, exactly, yeah. Terry says BN. Yeah, I've got it on BN now, but it's still not great. Let's just see if I can find a better one. But anyway, we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll get there in the end. But so far at the minute, it's not really playing ball too well. Oh, that's weird. That showed a different game now. David says, "I'll take it you don't pay for Sky." Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't give them money. I wouldn't watch it on Sky. I wouldn't watch Sky if it was free, because they're a bunch of crooks. Can't stand them. Anyway, it is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1, and we played 18 and a half minutes here at Anfield. It is a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side. Zinchenko with it. Takes it quickly to this near side, finds Bukayo Saka. Nice touch from him, just on the edge of the Liverpool penalty. Crosses it to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Virgil van Dijk. And Mo Salah now looking to get away from Zinchenko over on that far side. Taking the ball into the Arsenal half. The Egyptian, 23 goals for him this season. Plays the ball, tries to thread it through there to the run of Curtis Jones it was. But Arsenal dealt with that pretty well. And now we can launch a counter-attack of our own with Martin Ødegaard. It was him that got the assist for the goal, threading that ball through to Gabriel Martinelli. Martin Ødegaard, though, plays it back this time to Ben White, and now it's with... Oh, that's a poor clearance, actually, there from Rob Holding, I think it was, but Arsenal just got away with that, actually. And we're back in possession again, but again, it's a poor ball, this time from Ben White. Bukayo Saka gets it taken off him by Curtis Jones, and now Liverpool coming forward. Fabinho, the ball over the top, inside the penalty. It was Robertson. Oh, he's put it wide at the far post. Andrew Robertson. That's the best chance for Liverpool so far. We've played 19 and a half minutes. That's their best move Curtis Jones it was, played the ball in to Fabinho, and he lobbed the ball over the top on his near side. Great run there from Andrew Robertson. Ben White was slightly out of position there. Nice first touch from the Scot, but he fired it wide of that far post. That was a big chance though for Liverpool to get level. Nice touch from Robertson, but he couldn't put it in that far corner. Beat Aaron Ramsdale. Terry says, glaring miss. It was a big miss. He needed to find a target there, at least test Aaron Ramsdale, and he's put it wide. Big chance that for Liverpool to get level, and Ramsdale's now getting some treatment, actually. Looks like an eye injury. Not quite sure what happened there. But anyway, he's having some treatment. And, of course, what always happens when there's a break in play, all the Arsenal players run over to the far side, to the touchline, and speak to the coach, Mikel Arteta. That's where all the players have gone, pretending that they need a drink when really they don't. They just need some words of encouragement from the manager. But it's been a really, really good start this from Arsenal. 20 minutes played. That very early goal after just 7.5 minutes from Gabriel Martinelli has given Arsenal the lead and put us in a really, really strong position in this massive, massive game. But still, I say a long way to go. And Liverpool just showed there they're going to be able to create chances. And they just created a big one there. But Andrew Robertson wasn't able to find the target. They're just showing the Arsenal goal again. Bukayo Saka it was, led that charge, played it in to Martin Odegaard. A great run from Martinelli, making up ground into the centre-forward position, not where he naturally plays. In fact, it came off the defender, actually, Van Dijk. So a little bit fortunate, maybe. It did come off Van Dijk, but a lovely finish from Martinelli. Brilliant, brilliant from him. And it was Odegaard's ball. That's looking for Saka. It fell to Martinelli. He just got between the two defenders there, just managed to poke it home under a little bit of pressure there from Andrew Robertson. And Arsenal have got the early lead, the early breakthrough in front of the Kop. What's going to be what is a massive, massive game. Can Arsenal hold on to this lead or increase it? 21 minutes played, so we're nearly halfway through this first half. It's been a very good first half for Arsenal so far, all in black. The nice away kit, which is pretty cool this season. There's a few rumours, isn't there, of an away kit for next season. Some of them look a little bit strange, shall we say. I'm not quite sure how real they are. I would quite like a revival of that green and blue one from a few years ago. I did like that. It's from the 1980s. I've got that knocking around. I wouldn't mind a revival of that for next season. But anyway, let's wait and see what kits we have next year. Not that the kits are that important, really. It's a goal kick to Arsenal following that miss from Andrew Robertson. And Aaron Ramsdale is back again, and he takes his goal kick, goes long, deep into the Liverpool half. But it's a good header away there from Fabinho. Heads it forward back into the Arsenal half. Arsenal have had 4 shots, 2 on target. Liverpool have had 2 shots, none on target. And that's one of the reasons why Arsenal lead by 1-0. And Thomas Partey now picks the ball up in midfield, plays up this near side. Bukayo Saka had a big part to play in that goal, didn't he? Thomas Partey again back in possession for Arsenal, looking comfortable at this moment in time with the lead. And playing some nice football when we've got the ball as well. We just need to make sure that we keep ourselves nice and tight at the back for those counter-attacks from Liverpool, which we know how dangerous they can be. Anyway, the ball is back with Alisson for Liverpool. And we are now halfway through this first half. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. That early goal in front of the Kop for Arsenal. Alisson now is going to go long with this clearance for Liverpool. From the edge of his own penalty area, goes deep into the Arsenal half up that far side. That seems to be the target for Liverpool, doesn't it? They want to get Salah on to Zinchenko, maybe. Rob Holding wins that header though. Martin Odegaard just loses the ball in midfield, and now Liverpool coming forward again, looking to try to find this equaliser. As we approach the midway point, I say in this first half, got Cody Gakpo now in possession for Liverpool, looking to try to create something for Liverpool there. And it's a free kick, is it? No, the referee says no, play on. And Arsenal now can launch a counter. Look, there may have been a foul actually there on Cody Gakpo by Martin Odegaard, I think it was. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now instead. The ball comes up to Bukayo Saka. He wants to turn. He's got Andrew Robertson at his back and he's forced back. It just touches it off to Rob Holding, who pings the ball out to that far side. That's a great ball, actually, to the goal scorer, Gabriel Martinelli, right on that far touchline on halfway. Arsenal's left, and Arsenal looking to try to find another counter-attack and double our lead, which would be great, wouldn't it? Martinelli now over on that far side, coming forward. Plays the ball back into midfield to Granit Xhaka. 7 goals this season for Granit Xhaka. Brilliant, brilliant season from him. And he nearly got a goal today, didn't he? That early shot, which was deflected wide inside the first minute. But Liverpool now trying to come forward themselves. Bukayo Saka having to do some defensive work there. Wins his header. And now the ball comes to Ben White. Goes long. Looking for the run there of Gabriel Martinelli again. Trying to get in behind that Liverpool defence. But he's not able to do so. And the ball goes all the way through to Alisson, who's come quite a long way out of his goal there, actually. But he did well. Showed nice touch. And Liverpool back in possession again with Curtis Jones on this near side. It's taking a sort of shape now, this game, isn't it? Liverpool looking to try to suck us in so they can catch us on the counter-attack. And Arsenal just not really that bothered about Liverpool possession too much, are we? We've got really good shape without the ball. And when we're in possession, we're playing some really nice football as well. So things are looking good at this moment for Arsenal. We look in control of this game. And I know it's difficult to believe that sometimes at Anfield because we very rarely have too much control. But we certainly look comfortable at this moment in time, don't we? As comfortable as we've looked playing away at Liverpool for quite a long time. You look at some of those results in recent years have been absolutely dreadful, haven't they? So, yes, we need to, get some confidence today. And so far, so good. But Liverpool coming forward now over on that far side. Jordan Henderson in midfield plays it back out again. Now it's back with Konate, plays it into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Caught out for the goal a little bit there, but Trent Alexander-Arnold now plays the ball back again to Konate. Liverpool just trying to build it from the back. And the ball goes back again now to Virgil van Dijk. Now it's Andrew Robertson, plays it back to goalkeeper Alisson. And then plays it out to that far side to Konate again, into Fabinho. Just on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Turns away. Plays the ball in to Trent and he just knocks it back. Liverpool keeping possession here, but they can't get out of their own penalty area, really. Now it's a long ball forward from the goalkeeper Alisson, flicked on by Jordan Henderson, finds Cody Gakpo. Looks for Henderson again, the Liverpool captain. Just getting a little bit further forward now for Liverpool. 26.5 minutes played. Jordan Henderson just lays it off to Robertson. Now finds Curtis Jones on this near side. Curtis Jones plays up the line again to Robertson. Pulls it back towards a penalty spot. But Martin Odegaard's there. In fact, it was Granit Xhaka there. Found Martin Odegaard. Now Bukayo Saka trying to launch a counter-attack for Arsenal. But runs into a bit of trouble there. Fabinho comes forward. Rob Holding steps in with a header. And Martinelli now battling for that ball over on that far side with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's very, very far forward, actually. But Arsenal now looking to try to get possession again. Good play that was from Martinelli, turned away from Salah. In fact, the referee, Paul Tierney, has blown for a free kick to Arsenal for that foul there on Gabriel Martinelli. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. 27 minutes played here at Anfield. It is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. It is a free kick to Arsenal. Midway inside Arsenal's half. It's going to be taken by Zinchenko, I think it might well be. There was a foul there on, I say, Gabriel Martinelli, which Paul Tierney didn't like. And he's given Arsenal this free kick. Coming up towards the half-hour mark in this game. It's with Granit Xhaka over on that far side. Dinks a ball over the top, looking again for the run of Gabriel Martinelli, who's having a great start to this game. That's a good ball over the top, actually, there from Granit Xhaka. He finds Martinelli over on that far side, looking for a bit of support. The cross comes in. Gabriel Jesus with a header. Oh, it's 2-0. It's Jesus. And Arsenal are in control of this game at Anfield. He does his usual celebration. It was Gabriel Martinelli's cross. He's got a goal and an assist, the Brazilian, and it's the other Brazilian, Gabriel Jesus, scored again. He got 2 goals last week. He's got another one this week, and Arsenal now really are in control. There appears to be some Liverpool fans going home already. They've had enough. They've seen enough. Arsenal in control of this game now. Lovely ball out to that far side to Gabriel Martinelli. Cut back onto his right foot. Curled across in. And from about, 7 yards out, Gabriel Jesus with the header. A simple finish. Don't know quite where the Liverpool defenders were there. He got in between the 2 centre-backs. Well, between Virgil van Dijk and Andrew Robertson it was. Great cross from Martinelli. What a game he's had so far this afternoon. And that's a great header from Jesus. Puts it beyond his Brazilian compatriot, Alisson. And it is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2. Wow, what a start this has been for Arsenal. When was the last time we led 2-0 at Anfield? Does anybody remember? Because I certainly can't. It'll be a very, very long time ago, won't it? Well, probably last time we won, because we won that game 2-0, didn't we, in 2012. So there you go, there's the answer. Russ says there, I knew Jesus was good on crosses. Well, he wasn't that good on crosses initially, was he? And then he seemed to get a bit better at crosses later, didn't he? But he was certainly good at that cross there. 28 minutes played. Arsenal are 2-0 up at Anfield. We are cruising. Rajendra says 2-0. Terry says, get in there. I heard a blue sigh all the way from Manchester. Well, yeah, we can only do what we do. Terry says there, Trossard ain't even come on yet and got his brace. Well, no, he hasn't. He's not come on yet at all. I thought it's hat-tricks he gets at Anfield, isn't it? So we've still got those 3 goals to come later on, maybe. Anyway, Liverpool got a throw now over on the far side. And we've played nearly half an hour at Anfield. Who would have thought this score, Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2. There's a little ring to it, doesn't it? The most famous game ever played in English football history finished Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2, didn't it? That was a very late goal, of course, to seal that particular win. That was a lot more significant than this one's going to be. But this one is going to be a very, very big win for Arsenal, should we get it. Still a long way to go in this game. And plenty can happen, but we certainly look well in command, well in control, and a big statement victory this will be if we can get it. Anyway, the ball's now back with Alisson, the Liverpool goalkeeper, and it's just a matter now of Arsenal managing this game well. A long way to go, but we need to manage it well, don't we? We can't afford too many slip-ups. Just concentrate, and we are going to get a massive, massive 3 points. Trent Alexander-Arnold clears that ball away. Nathan says that Liverpool can barely get out there and half. No, they can't. They're not helping themselves, are they, with the way that they're playing? David said the most famous game played in football history was East 5. No, it wasn't. No, because that was not in. I said it was in English football, is what I said anyway. And it's no, that is the most famous game, Arsenal against Liverpool. So that was just a stupid game because it had a stupid score. Anyway, Herman says, fantastic indeed. It is fantastic. It's been a fantastic performance from Arsenal. And we have certainly started to get rid of some of those ghosts, haven't we, from Anfield of the past in recent years in this opening 33 minutes. But what we mustn't do now is concede a goal, because a 2-0 lead at the next goal always is the big one, isn't it? Because if Liverpool get it back to 2-1, suddenly it's a totally different game, isn't it? And if we get a third goal, it's all over. A poor pass there from Rob Holding. Mo Salah's inside the penalty area. Mo Salah. Oh, he's put it wide. Another big chance for Liverpool. They've not played particularly well, but they've had some big chances in this game. And that was a mistake from Arsenal. Rob Holding it was trying to play the ball out from the back. We've seen him do this before. It wasn't a great ball. It was pounced on by Fabinho, I think it was. Or was it Jordan? No, Jordan Henderson played it through to Mo Salah. Ben White was playing him onside. And Mo Salah's put it wide. Aaron Ramsdale come out there on the edge of the 6-yard box. Quite often from those positions, Mo Salah sticks it in, but he's got that completely wrong with his left foot and poked it wide, well wide actually. And that was a big miss for Liverpool actually there from Mo Salah. That was a big, big moment in this game. As I say, if Liverpool get it back to 2-1, it's nervy times, isn't it? Clive's in the chat here, my friend. He says, good afternoon, Richard, everyone in the chat. Sorry I'm late. Great scoreline, a fantastic scoreline. You can be late all the time if we're going to win. That's fine. It's acceptable. But it's not fine if we lose, of course, because you have to do 50 lines. Anyway, Gabriel's now got injured. He's inside the 6-yard box. That's the defender, Gabriel, not the goal scorer, Gabriel Jesus, or the other goal scorer, Gabriel Martinelli. So many Gabriels in this team, as we know. And the Brazilian contingent coming good for Arsenal again today. But one of them, the defender Gabriel, is currently receiving some treatment inside the Arsenal 6-yard box following that Liverpool chance there from Mo Salah, who's put that wide. They're just showing the second goal again. A great cross, a great header. They're the great goals, aren't they? A cross into the box and a header. Vic's in the chat here, my friend. He says, I'm waiting patiently for my Gunners to win this match. Gunners for life. Well, we might have to wait too much longer because Arsenal are 2-0 up with 10 minutes until half time. It's been a great first half for Arsenal, and it is we're in a great position to go on and win this game. But I say it's a long way to go. We just need to be sensible, and let's hope that we can see this through. Few discussions going on in Liverpool camp now about that goal, but Gabriel is currently getting some treatment anyway for Arsenal. Let's hope he's going to be okay, because with William Saliba out and Tomiyasu out as well, the last thing we need is an injury to another defender because we're running a little bit low on numbers, aren't we, at the back? But let's hope he's going to be okay. Otherwise, we may well see. Actually, I don't know what we would do. Would we bring Kieran Tierney on, do you think, if Gabriel got injured? Or would he risk Jakub Kiwior, of course, the Polish defender who's not played too often, has he, for Arsenal since joining in January? Or would it be the youngster Ruel Walters coming on? Wow, that would be a story, wouldn't it? But anyway, let's hope that we don't have to worry too much about another injury to a defender. Of course, Ben White could drop in, couldn't he, to centre back, I suppose. Maybe put Zinchenko at right back, maybe, I don't know. Tierney at right back. Anyway, let's not worry about that because Gabriel seems like he's going to be okay, which is the main thing. And hopefully that is going to be good news for Arsenal on a day of, so far it's been very good news, hasn't it? Arsenal 2-0 up, and I wouldn't say cruising, but we're certainly in control of the game, and that's certainly all that we can really hope for, really, isn't it? At this point, as we come into the last 10 minutes of this first half, it's been a very, very good first half for Arsenal. Looking to try and get a third goal now. Bukayo Saka over on this near side, but he's offside, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. As we look to try and see this first half out. I think if we go in with this 2-0 lead, it is going to be extremely difficult, isn't it, for Liverpool to find a way back. But they've had a couple of big chances, actually, haven't they, Liverpool? Despite how badly they've played, or how well we've played, a little bit of both, really, I suppose. They've still had a couple of big chances. And if one of them goes in, it's a different story. But anyway, so far, so good. Alisson now plays it out to that far side to Konate. He looks quite awkward, doesn't he? A bit like Joel Matip. Looks to be all legs sometimes and looks very uncomfortable on the ball there. He's quite a bit of pressure from Gabriel Martinelli. He did manage to get it back to Alisson. But that ball up that far side, Mo Salah just touches it off to Fabinho, another Brazilian, of course, on the pitch today. But it's Arsenal's Brazilians that are having the big say in this first half. Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus with the 2 goals for Arsenal. And we are now into the last 6 minutes of this first half. And what a great first half it's been. A very rarely good first half for Arsenal at Anfield. Certainly in recent years anyway. Liverpool have given the ball away again. And this time it's Ben White stepping in for Arsenal, striding forward, looking to create another attack. And Liverpool are struggling to get their game together at all. They really are struggling. Ben White coming forward now, finds Martin Odegaard, a little bit of space for him, plays it out to that far side to Gabriel Martinelli again. What a great first half he's had. Zinchenko plays it square to Rob Holding. He's looked okay, hasn't he? Made one or two little mistakes, but he's looked pretty solid so far, Rob Holding. I was a little bit worried about him having to play in this game, as I'm sure a few of us were, looking at some of these other performances previously. Anyway, that's a decent ball to Martin Odegaard, finds Ben White, gets it back again, Rob Holding. Liverpool forcing us back a little bit for the first time. But no problem at all for Arsenal. Rob Holding plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. Pings it into midfield to Zinchenko, lays it off to Rob Holding again, and he goes long, looking for Martin Odegaard, the Arsenal captain. Got a little bit of space, actually. That Liverpool have given Martin Odegaard quite a lot of space, haven't they, in his first half? You'd imagine that they wasn't going to do that because how dangerous he can be, but he certainly picked up a lot of space, hasn't he? Ben White now plays it up the line, looking for Bukayo Saka. Andrew Robertson is really tight on him, as he has been for much of this first half. And most of Arsenal's good players come down the other side, hasn't it? Down the Arsenal left, attacking Trent Alexander-Arnold. It looked like a free kick there. In fact, it is a free kick there. That foul on Saka by Robertson. Jurgen Klopp not looking too happy with it, is he? But I don't think he can really complain. He can't really complain, can he, about that foul? I don't think. Andrew Robertson got far too tight there, far too close to Bukayo Saka. It is a free kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 6 minutes of this first half, or 5.5 minutes of this first half to play. It's been a very good first half for Arsenal, totally in control, totally dominant, and are 2 goals to the good. Anyway, it's free kick here on this near side. Ben White's going to take this for Arsenal. It's just in the last little bit of the way the grass lines are, the last one before the halfway line, plays out to that far side. Martinelli plays it on to Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka was fouled over on that far side, and he's reacted a little bit there. The free kick wasn't given, actually, I don't think, by the referee, and Xhaka's not very happy about that. He's going off, charging around the pitch, which and he's just pushed Trent Alexander-Arnold, pushes him back. And Granit Xhaka's got himself involved and didn't need to. The 2 players go head-to-head there. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Xhaka. It wasn't Trent who fouled him. It looked like it was Konate over on that far side. It looked like it was a foul initially. The referee didn't give the foul. And Granit Xhaka didn't look very happy about it. He went chasing after the ball. It was Trent the ball went back to. And the referee is now having a word with Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool captain. It wasn't great, actually, from Xhaka or Trent there. Neither of them needed to get involved in that, really. But they have done. The referee's got a yellow card in his hand, probably for both of these 2 players, you would imagine. And that's probably the right decision, actually. Trent's complaining he was the innocent party and all of that. But you wasn't, mate. You was just as involved as Granit Xhaka. Yeah, Granit Xhaka instigated it. There's no doubt about that. He lost his cool briefly for a few seconds there, didn't he, Granit Xhaka? As he's done before. Oh, and actually, looks like Liverpool pulled a goal back. 42 minutes played. Liverpool have pulled a goal back. Can't see it because the stream's been jumping about, but it is 2-1. It's saying, Terry says, Salah scored, as he. The Liverpool fans are certainly bang up for this game now. It is 2-1 to Arsenal. Mo Salah with that goal. So Liverpool have had a couple of chances. I haven't seen that goal yet. We'll catch up with that in a minute. Anyway, it is Alisson currently with the ball at his feet for Liverpool. He's going to try and go long. And suddenly, I said when it's 2-0, the next goal is a big goal, isn't it, in this game? It's Liverpool that's got it. Is that going to be a turning point? We are coming up towards half-time now, the last 90 seconds of normal time. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time as well, I'm sure, at the end of this first half. But suddenly Liverpool are right back in this game. Didn't look as though they were going to be able to get back in it, did they? They've struggled really to get any sort of decent movements together, really. But anyway, they have found themselves a goal back, and it's Mo Salah. Who else would it be other than Mo Salah? The amount of goals he has scored against Arsenal over the years, and that's his 24th goal of the season. And Arsenal now looking not quite as comfortable as we were, not quite as in control of this game as we looked. And it was always going to be difficult to hold Liverpool off for as long as we had to do there. But anyway, Liverpool have pulled a goal back. We are coming up to Wolves half time. It is Arsenal are still winning the game, and that's the main thing, isn't it? That's all we can really do. The 3 points is all that matters in this game, and as things stand, we will be getting those 3 points because we are at this moment in time leading here at Anfield. Rarely, because we don't often win here, do we? In fact, we haven't won here for quite a long time, as we know. But we are winning this game as we approach half time. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. And the Liverpool fans are certainly in good voice now. They were quiet, wasn't they, for 40 minutes or so. And Arsenal are in complete control. But not anymore, because Mo Salah has scored. And Liverpool have got a lifeline maybe in this game. And it is a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Looking for Jesus, was it there? Who looked like he'd been fouled actually there by Konate, I think it was. But the referee's given a goal kick. And again, Arsenal not very happy with some of Liverpool's fouls that we're committing. Although they're not been given as fouls, but some of the treatment that we're receiving off the Liverpool team. I mean, I suppose you can't expect an easy ride anywhere, can you? And Arsenal certainly are going to get one today. But it is 2-1, and that is the most important thing. If it finished 2-1, I think we'd all be pretty happy, wouldn't we? Let's be honest. But we're not even at half-time yet. Very, very close to half-time now at Anfield. And Arsenal just looking to see this game through. And we are now in stoppage time at the end of this first half. It's going to be 4 minutes. It's Jesus has gone down. We've played just over a minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Herman says there, Arsenal stay strong. Yeah, we need to stay strong. There's big moments in this game. Jesus not very happy there. He brushed off a couple of Liverpool players as he gets back to his feet. Not happy with the treatment he's received in this first half, but it's his goal as things stand that separate the sides. It was Gabriel Martinelli gave Arsenal the lead after 8 minutes. Gabriel Jesus headed us in front 20 minutes later, but Mo Salah has pulled a goal back for Liverpool. And we are now in the closing stages of this first half, which so far so good, you have to say, for Arsenal. Liverpool have got themselves back in it again, but it is a throw now over on that far side, which Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to take for Liverpool. Xhaka just needs to calm himself down a little bit. Liverpool are, in fact, going to give the ball back to Arsenal. Jordan Henderson plays it back to Rob Holding, gives it to Aaron Ramsdale. Long clearance forward. Good header from Van Dijk, finds Curtis Jones, and he's fouled there on halfway by Martin Odegaard. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. We've played 2 minutes of the 4 of stoppage time. Konate now coming forward, plays out to that far side to Trent Alexander-Arnold in close proximity there to Granit Xhaka. Now it's a long ball forward, looking for Diogo Jota, but a good header from Ben White. All the balls now falling to Curtis Jones inside the area. He tries to go around Rob Holding, and Liverpool still have kept in possession. Jordan Henderson plays it out to that far side. Mo Salah, Liverpool's goal scorer, plays it into Trent with a chip towards the far post. Pull back in. Oh, good save from Ramsdale, and Henderson fires over the crossbar. Terry says there, save Ramsdale. It was Diogo Jota on that far post. It was there. Salah laid the ball off to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He pinged across to that far post. Diogo Jota got there and headed it back towards the goal. In fact, he pulled it towards the goal. It's a cross back. Ramsdale pushed it out. It fell to Henderson, and he fired over there into the Anfield Road stand from about, 8-9 yards over the crossbar. He was under pressure, but he feel he should have hit the target there. Jordan Henderson, not known for his goal scoring, though, is he? The Liverpool captain. But it's a goal kick to Arsenal, which Aaron Ramsdale's going to take. We're into the final minute of this first half. At the end of stoppage time, looks as though Arsenal are going to go in at the break with a narrow advantage, which maybe could and should have been perhaps more. We've allowed Liverpool to get a foothold back in this game, haven't we, with that goal from Mo Salah. Ramsdale then goes long up the middle. Good header, though, from Van Dijk. And that looked like a foul there by Granit Xhaka on Curtis Jones. Referee says, no, we play on. Arsenal are going to finish this first half in possession of the ball. I know we're not, because Liverpool coming forward again. Bukayo Saka's done well. Won the ball back. But Liverpool now, it's become a bit of a battle in midfield, hasn't it? Granit Xhaka there just gets a foot in. And a long clearance there from Rob holding up that far side, looking for Gabriel Martinelli. Kanate comes across. Martinelli goes down. Referee says no free kick. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays that ball over the top, looking for the run there of Mo Salah again for Liverpool. Are they going to find an equaliser before half-time? We've played the 4 minutes of stoppage time now. Surely it's just a matter of time before the referee blows that whistle. And we can go in and maybe regroup, which I don't think will be a bad thing, the way this first half has finished. Anyway, Mo Salah still with the ball over on that far side inside the area. Mo Salah tries a shot, hits Gabriel, and I think there goes a half-time whistle. Indeed, it does. It is half-time. Bit nervy towards the end there, wasn't it? But Arsenal have got the lead at the break. It was an early goal from Gabriel Martinelli, just 8 minutes played. It was a counter-attack. Bukayo Saka played it into Martin Odegaard. Odegaard tried to give it back to Saka, but the ball came off Virgil van Dijk. It ran into the path of Gabriel Martinelli, and he went past Trent Alexander-Arnold and managed to squeeze the ball past his Brazilian teammate Alisson to make it 1-0. Arsenal started to settle into the game. We got a second goal as well. It was a great goal. It was a ball over the far side, found Gabriel Martinelli, Arsenal's left. A lovely cross from him, and it was a header from about 7 yards from Gabriel Jesus. Again, heading past his Brazilian teammate Alisson. And Arsenal at 2-0 looked to be pretty comfortable, really, in control of the game. But Liverpool had a couple of chances before that. It's all kicking off a little bit at half-time, actually. Jordan Henderson is having word with the referee. There's been a yellow card for Curtis Jones, I think it might have been, just at half-time now. Liverpool players not very happy, it seems. Terry says another yellow card for Liverpool after the half-time whistle has gone. Yeah, there was. Yeah, Liverpool have lost it. Well, they have, but I mean, that might not really be of benefit to us. Not quite sure what that yellow card was for. Anyway, one of the Liverpool coaching staff is speaking to the referee, and the first half's ended a little bit strangely there with a yellow card after the half-time whistle had blown. Paul Tierney once again wanting to be the star of the show, isn't he? But anyway, I say Arsenal were 2-0 up and cruising. It looked to be cruising. Liverpool was struggling to get going, to get into our half, but they did get a goal back 6 minutes before half time through Mo Salah. Their usual goal scorer, his 24th goal of the season, and suddenly it's put a slightly different complexion on this game, hasn't it? From a position of relative comfort, you'd have to say Arsenal at 2-0 up. Suddenly now it's not quite so comfortable, is it? Not comfortable at all. And Arsenal need to just settle ourselves down. Don't get involved in the nonsense that's going on. Granit Xhaka got himself booked unnecessarily. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel as though we haven't really done ourselves too many favours in those last few minutes of that first half, if I'm honest. But anyway, let's not worry too much about that. We are winning the game, and that is the most important thing, isn't it? That's the only thing really that matters. So let's I'm just trying to see if we can find a better stream for the second half, because that one wasn't great, was it? Let's be honest. Let's just see what we can find. Might be able to find something better if we're lucky. Who knows? Let's have a look and see. Anyway, I am going to, in a minute, go and get myself a cup of tea because I think that I deserve one after that. But let's have a look, see if I can get another better stream first before we worry too much about that. Rajendra says there, they've given us 2 yellow cards, but no Liverpool card for the elbowing on the back, which could be a career-ending foul. That's why Jesus was upset. Well, they did get a yellow card, didn't they? Trent had a yellow card, isn't he? The referees let Liverpool players off with their bad fouls, but won by Ben and a yellow. Yeah, but, we can't worry about what the referees are doing. We just have to focus on our game, the way we're playing. And if we do that, then we should be fine. We've definitely been the better team in that first half, haven't we? I mean, there's not much doubt about that. We just don't want to get involved in all that silliness that's been going on. We need to keep away from that. Just focus on the football, and we'll win the game. We've shown already that we're a much better team than them, but we've allowed them a way back into it, and that could be dangerous, couldn't it? It could be dangerous. But anyway, it's all to play for in the second half, that's for sure, isn't it? It is half-time at Anfield. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2, and we are going to... Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get a cup of tea and try and work on getting a better stream for you for the second half. Okay. So let's see. But anyway, stay with us because we were going to stay for the second half, and Arsenal are 45 minutes away from what would be a brilliant victory, wouldn't it? So stay with us. I'm just going to get a cup of tea and I'll be back very, very shortly. So see ya very, very soon. Hello, right, welcome back. We are getting ready for the second half, and it is going to be pretty good. Terry says there, what a pinpoint cross from Magic for the Jesus goal. Yeah, it was brilliant cross, absolutely. Vijendra says there, the game gets spoilt when you have unequal decisions, as they should be both ways fair. Well, that a lot of that is relative, though, isn't it? I'm sure Liverpool fans probably feel it is equal, and we don't. But that's the nature of it, isn't it? I don't think the referee's been terrible. He hasn't been great, but I'm not bothered about the referees. I don't care about them anymore. We've seen quite clearly some of the decisions that we've had this weekend. Again, yesterday, we know what they're like. We can't keep making excuses, and either they sort it out or they don't. If they keep the same situation with the referees, we're going to have to just accept that's the way it is. And we can't keep making excuses for it. We just have to get on with the game, and they either improve or they don't. My guess is they won't, because they haven't done so far, and it's getting worse. And poor old Keith Hackett hasn't got a clue what he's doing, has he? Poor lad. Anyway, we still don't seem to be getting very far with this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a complete and utter reboot, I think. I think that's what we need to do for this. So I'm going to try it again. And I want to get something a bit better in the second half. I don't know if it's my internet actually, because it has been pretty crap lately. I might need to get to the internet. We just had some new we've had some new cables fitted for new internet, so I might try that. They reckon it's supposed to be good, but we shall see. Let's have a look. Just trying to get something a bit better for this second half, that's all. Because I didn't enjoy that first half because I couldn't get much of a couldn't get a very good stream. So let's see if we can get something better in the second half. Let's have a look and see. I'm not expecting miracles, but who knows? We may find something a bit better for you, which would be good. Let's have a little look and see what comes up, shall we? Just something that isn't buffering all the time would actually be nice, but I do think it might be my internet. That's the problem. Anyway, we are back off and underway in the second half. Robertson complaining about linesman elbowing him. The linesman elbowed him, did he? Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Nathan said there, the linesman elbowed Roberts in the face at half time. Did he? I wish I'd seen that now. That would have been hilarious. Which Andrew said, Saliba is injured out because of a bad injury to his back from one of those elbows to his back. I've had an elbow to the back and it's very painful. Now, of course, it's painful, yeah. That's why you do it, don't you? Because you want to inflict some pain on your opponent, make it difficult for him to be able to run. Anyway, also coming forward to get it started the second half with Gabriel Martinelli inside the penalty. A great run, actually. The ball's fallen to Alexander Zinchenko on the edge of the box. Tries a shot, it's blocked. But it falls to Martin Odegaard inside the area. Martin Odegaard, can we get the third goal? Surely that will seal it. If we can, Martin Odegaard looking to try to get that ball onto his left foot, as he likes to do. He certainly doesn't like shooting early, does he, Martin Odegaard? There's no doubt about that. I just thought we were getting a better stream, and now it's just frozen again. So I shouldn't really ever think that we're getting a better stream, should I? Because as soon as I say that, it all goes a little bit silly. Anyway, it's froze again. And this should just do me head in now. I think I need to get new internet. That's the problem. So anyway, everyone was saying how bad the officials are. But if one of them elbowed if one of them elbowed Robertson in the face, then surely that's well played to the officials then, really, isn't it? You know, so it's not all bad, is it? They might have got all the decisions wrong, but they're attacking the Liverpool players. So, got to give them credit for that, haven't you? Anyway, Liverpool coming forward now on that far side with Robertson, who we were just speaking about there, plays the ball into Curtis Jones. It's still Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2, and Arsenal looking for a first win at Anfield since September 2012, which was a long time ago, wasn't it? What were you all doing in September 2012? Can you remember? Probably not. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward now over on that far side. It's in with Cody Gakpo. It's a nice turn from Cody Gakpo, actually, inside the Arsenal penalty area. Are Liverpool going to find an opportunity here to try to find an equaliser? Cody Gakpo is in possession inside the penalty. Again, we've had a frozen stream. Plays it across to Jordan Henderson. Now it's with Mo Salah inside the penalty. Mo Salah thinks a cross in, headed out, though, by... I think that might be Rob Holding. I can never recognise Rob Holding now. He's got longer hair. Terry says USA 1. What USA 1? What's that one? USA 1. Liverpool coming forward. The shot comes in. It's deflected. USA 1. What's that then? I don't know what channel that is. Is that on BN Sports? Is it? Let's have a look. I don't know where USA 1 is. I've got BN Sports English, but that was not really doing much earlier. I kept buffering. I think it might be internet anyway, actually. I don't know if it is... Oh no, this one might be better. I've just found one. And as soon as I say that, it starts buffering again. I do think it's my internet, actually, if I'm honest. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll keep persevering for the time being. And there's a break in play. We played 49 minutes. It's still Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. Terry says Total Sportec Pro. Is that on a Fire Stick, though? Sportec Pro, is that a channel on here? I'm not sure if it is. Anyway, I can't find it. I can't find that one anyway. We don't worry about that too much. It's just going to keep buffering. We'll just suffer as much as we can. Anyway, Arsenal clear the ball away, but not for long. Liverpool now coming forward again with Gakpo. Colonel says he says 2-0 up to 2-1 now. The ref seems dodgy. I don't feel confident. Well, no. David says it's all Liverpool at the moment. Yeah, it looks to be all Liverpool since the start of the second half. I mean, there's always going to come out stronger, weren't they, at 2-1? Obvious that was going to happen. We just need to weather this storm for 10 minutes, don't we? And grow back into the game. But yeah, these are big moments in this game, you feel, the start of this second half. If Liverpool get an equaliser early enough, then it could be a very, very long second half. But so far, we've played 4.5 minutes. It is still Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. Liverpool in possession over on the far side. Fabinho now plays it back again to Van Dijk, finds Konate coming forward. Finds Mo Salah on this near side, plays it back square to Van Dijk. A long ball out to that far side. Liverpool now looking the much better side. It's Jota into the box, comes across. Oh, it was held. Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Arsenal managed to scramble that ball away, but not very far. Liverpool back in possession again. They've definitely got their tails up, haven't they, Liverpool, at the start of this second half. Now it's over on that far side. Liverpool coming forward again with Gakpo. That's a good ball played out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Lays it back in again. Back with Trent again. Comes back. He's going to try and get a crossing. He does get a crossing headed away by Rob Holding, who's done all right, actually, Rob Holding, so far in this game. 50 and a half minutes played. And now it's with Fabinho. A little bit of space over on that far side. Fabinho just inside the penalty, tries to get a cross in. It's gone behind off Thomas Partey. It's going to be a corner to Liverpool. And Arsenal just need to weather this storm. It's been a very, very fast start to the second half from Liverpool. It is a corner over on that far side. And now attacking the Kop, of course. We know how dangerous that is. Van Dijk coming up for this. It's Liverpool's second corner only. Van Dijk is in there. And it's over on that far side, this corner. I think it's going to be Cody Gakpo to take it, actually. There's a bit of pushing and shoving inside the area there. Martin Odegaard and Fabinho. The corner comes into the 6-yard box. Arsenal scrambling it away. Oh, the referee's given a penalty to Liverpool in front of the Kop. There's a surprise. Is it Rob Holding? I'm not really sure what happened there. The two players seem to come together. It was a corner there. It was half cleared away. Arsenal didn't really deal with that corner particularly well, you have to say. Didn't deal with it well at all. And was it Rob Holding that was involved in that incident? It was Jota there. They both came together there. It's a bit of a soft penalty, isn't it? He probably did maybe just clip him there, Rob Holding. Not too sure how we would feel if that was given to us. Oh, yeah, it's a foul. He did catch him, actually. He did catch him. It was a foul. And Rob Holding has conceded a penalty. Just saying how well he'd been playing. I mean, it was a little bit clumsy, wasn't it? It was clumsy. Went in the back of him. Not the most tidiest of challenges there. Just got in front of him, didn't he? And forced it on him. And it is a penalty to Liverpool in front of the Kop, which has happened a lot of times over the years. Anyway, 52 minutes played. This is a big moment in this game. Rob Holding wasn't happy. He's now chatting to Diego Jota, actually. Oh, no, he's not. He's talking to Andrew Robertson there just outside the penalty area as Liverpool prepare to take this spot kick opportunity to make it 2-2. But I think it was a penalty. I don't think that we can really argue too much with it. Soft, yes, but he did catch him, didn't he? Jota just got the wrong side. Aaron Ramsdale has been booked for not being in his goal, waiting for this penalty to be taken, delaying it. I'm not quite sure where he's gone. He's gone on a bit of a walkabout. But he's got himself a yellow card, Aaron Ramsdale, for that time wasting. And Aaron Ramsdale doesn't seem particularly overly impressed with that decision, does he? But anyway, we are now going to get ready to face this penalty. Ramsdale is now laughing about it, but will he be laughing in a couple of moments' time? Is it going to be Mo Salah to take the penalty, the goal scorer for Liverpool? He's normally takes a penalty, doesn't he? In fact, it's going to be Jordan Henderson, I think, is it? No. It is going to be Salah's got the ball in his hand. It is going to be Mo Salah in front of the Kop with an opportunity to make this 2-2. And this could be a big turning point in this game and in this title race. There's still plenty of time left as well, isn't there, for a winning goal for either team to happen. We've played, I say, not even 53 minutes yet. Mo Salah is going to take this penalty facing Aaron Ramsdale in front of the Kop. There's been a long delay, actually, all this messing around that there's been. And, oh, well, just the stream's caught up now. I can see from the comments that it's missed. It's just pointless doing this, isn't it, really? He must have missed a penalty. He can't see it because the stream didn't just stretch forward to 56 minutes. Ridiculous. Anyway, Liverpool going forward again. Mo Salah. I didn't see the penalty. Did he miss it? Did he save it? Don't know. Didn't see it. Thomas Partey now for Arsenal looking to try to get the third goal, which would really seal it. But Liverpool have certainly got their tails up. You have to say they're coming forward again over on that far side with Andrew Robertson. Can he get across in? He does get across in. It falls to Salah at the far post. He's going to make up for that miss. Good save from Ramsdale. Clawed that ball away. Almost another chance for Liverpool to make it 2-2. Arsenal sort of slightly hanging on here, you have to say. And Liverpool are piling on this pressure at the start of this second half, as we kind of assumed that they would probably do. And again, the Feed decides to freeze. Trent now with the ball, plays it back into the box towards that far post to Diogo Jota. He lets it run on. It's going to come to Robertson over on that far side. Arsenal's left. Yeah, Liverpool's left, sorry. But again, the stream is... I think it's my internet, if I'm honest. It's just crap. Let's have a look and see. Again, Liverpool firing shots in at the Arsenal goal, and Arsenal just having to defend really, really deep. But so far, defending pretty well, you have to say. We did get away with that penalty, which I still haven't seen. But let's see if I can get a stream that's going to work. And they're just showing a penalty now. Salah actually rolled it wide at a post. Well, that was a terrible penalty, actually. Klopp's reaction was quite funny. He turned his back on the penalty and he assumed he'd scored, and then he turned around and was like, what happened? He put it wide, mate. That's what happened. He put it wide at that post. It would have gone in, actually, because Aaron Ramsey wouldn't have saved it. It'd gone right in the corner. But anyway, he did miss. And it is 2-1, and Arsenal got away with that, to be fair. Arsenal got away with that. And Mo Salah looks very, very frustrated there. Gabriel's down again. He was down in that first half, wasn't he? Kurdell says there, I'm going to switch down until full time. Can't handle watching Arsenal in a very big game. It infuriates at times. Then heart starts going. Feel more comfortable at games around others. Yeah, no, it is tough, isn't it? Especially when the stream keeps going off, doesn't help, does it? Anyway, Liverpool making a substitution. It is going to be Thiago coming on for them. Not quite sure who's going to go off yet. We're coming up towards the hour mark. We've played 58 and a half minutes. Arsenal still hanging on to that lead. Rajendra says all streams are poor. Yeah, maybe. I still think it's my internet, actually. But anyway, Gabriel's currently down injured, and we've got a little bit of a stream running for the time being, which is typical when there's no actual action going on and we get the stream working, which is good, isn't it? Anyway, Gabriel's getting treatment for the second time today, which is a little bit of a worry, isn't it? Especially as we do have a few other injury problems. It looks like Liverpool going to make another substitution, or Darwin Núñez may well be coming on as well. So Liverpool trying to go for it. Gabriel's back up on his feet again. Let's hope he's going to be okay, because he's certainly been suffering today, hasn't he, Gabriel? And he's obviously having to come off for the time being because he was just receiving some treatment on the pitch. Not looking too happy with life at the moment, the big Brazilian. He'll be a big miss if he has to go off. Let's hope he's going to be okay. And Liverpool making that first substitution. It's going to be Curtis Jones to go off for them and Thiago coming on. And as we come up towards the hour mark, Liverpool making their first change to try to alter the game. Rajendra says there that Jota bought the foul. Well, he did. He got in front of the defender, didn't he? That's what you've got to do. You've got to get in front of your defender. That's what he did. And Rob Holding was a little bit clumsy. Terry says Klopp had his back to the pen, then cheered as Sporty Sullivan scored. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and then he was going, "What happened?" Well, quite funny that, actually. Anyway, they've made two substitutions. Jota's now gone off, and Núñez has come on. Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan, has come on for Liverpool as well. So they've made two substitutions. They have half an hour to play. They certainly feel as though they can get something from this game, Liverpool, don't they? And the way they've started this second half, you have to say that you kind of feel as though they might. It's been, Arsenal haven't really got going since half-time at all, have we? A long ball played forward there. A good header from Zinchenko into Thomas Partey, finds Granit Xhaka. Partey again, now Zinchenko. Now Arsenal can come forward. Martinelli up this near side. Not had much of the ball in the second half, has he, Martinelli? But he's got it now. Tries to run past Konate. That's good defending, though, by the big Frenchman. Took the ball off him and then plays it forward up this near side, looking for Mo Salah. But again, Arsenal win the ball back. Thomas Partey now. This is a little bit of a better spell from Arsenal since those substitutions for Liverpool. You know, sometimes you make a couple of subs, don't you? And it disrupts your game a little bit, doesn't it? It takes you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to readjust. And maybe Arsenal need to make the most of this. While Liverpool just adapts into those two substitutions. Rob Holding, it was his foul that gave away the penalty, which was subsequently missed by Mo Salah. And sometimes you get these feelings, don't you, that it's your time. This season, a lot of things seem to have gone our way in games at crucial times, and again, it's happened today with that penalty miss. So you start to get these feelings, don't you, that maybe it's just our time. It's just our time. Regenda says there, I felt he had fouled Rob, not the other way around. No, he caught the back of his leg. He's definitely fouled him. Terry says, must be Trossard time soon. I don't know. See, normally, if Rob Holding wasn't playing, it'd be getting down to the point where it'd be Rob Holding time to come on, wouldn't it? When we're 2-1 up away from home. But there's no Rob Holding on the bench to come on and do that. Maybe Tierney will probably come on. I can't see Arteta making an attacking substitution, if I'm honest. I'm not sure if he will. He may well take one of the front three off, potentially Martinelli. But I think he might bring Kieran Tierney on and try to shore it up a little bit, because Liverpool have been the dominant team in the second half so far. Anyway, we've got a throw on this near side. Zinchenko is going to take it. He's looking for some movement ahead of him, which he's not really finding too much of at the moment. So he's taking his time. The Ukrainian now throws it up the line. In fact, the referee is... I'm not sure what the referee's doing. He stopped the game. And he's having a word with Martin Odegaard. Not quite sure what's happening there. Anyway, maybe is it about time wasting potentially? Because he did take his time over that throw, and maybe the referee sort of saying to Martin Odegaard, "Come on, tell your players to stop wasting time." Anyway, we've still got 28 minutes to play, so a long time to waste. Let's be honest. And Arsenal now, they're coming forward over on that far side, looking for Bukayo Saka. He couldn't get the ball, and Liverpool have managed to keep possession over on that far side. And so far, Arsenal are keeping the lead, but only just, you have to say, slightly fortunately, with that missed penalty from Mo Salah. And now Liverpool in possession again with Kanate. Plays the ball up that far side. It's a good ball, actually. Liverpool coming forward again. The ball played forward to Cody Gakpo, who is being chased there by Thomas Partey, the Dutch winger. Very good player, Cody Gakpo, actually. And Thomas Partey there just takes the ball off him. In fact, the referee says has he given a free kick there, Paul Tierney? I think he has given a free kick to Liverpool. Anyway, Terry says there, I think the ref has forgot he ain't wearing a Liverpool shirt. He's from Manchester, isn't he, Paul Tierney? Is that right? So you'd think he wouldn't like Liverpool, really, wouldn't you? Because no one likes Liverpool from Manchester, do they? Anyway, Dave says there, it's like the Alamo. It does seem to be a bit like the Alamo, yeah. Anyway, it's a free kick to Liverpool as well now over on that far side as they look to try to get this equaliser. Darwin Núñez is in there. Mo Salah's in there. Gakpo's in there. Van Dijk, Fabinho. Arsenal got a line just around about the penalty spot. This free kick's going to come in over on that far side. Can Arsenal defend this lead? The free kick's about to be taken over on that far side by Jordan Henderson, I think it is, who's going to whip this ball in as Trent Alexander-Arnold steps over it. And we've frozen again. Every time a free kick's about to be taken, we have frozen again. Every time something interesting is going to happen, it freezes, which is ever so slightly annoying. Anyway, we must have got away with that because it is still 2-1 and Martinelli's now got the ball for Arsenal up the other end of the pitch. Regenda says the ref's a City fan. I'm sure he's not. I don't think a City fan would be allowed to referee the game, would he? Anyway, so we can't worry about the referees. We've got to focus on our own performances, haven't we, and how we're playing. And in the second half, we're not playing well enough. That's the bottom line. Is that regardless of the referee, we haven't played well enough in the second half so far. We've allowed Liverpool to get ahead of steam on us, and yeah, we've got to start getting back the sort of control that we had earlier on in the game. And that goal that Liverpool scored before half-time has changed the game, hasn't it? It's made a massive difference. And I say Liverpool come out with a lot more, with a bit between their teeth since half-time. And, you know, you could say they've been a little bit unlucky not to have got a goal. But anyway, they are in possession now with Mo Salah, who I'm sure is going to be determined to try to make up for that penalty miss that could prove to be the defining moment of this game. And that would be something quite special, wouldn't it? Anyway, the ball's now back with Konate, finds goalkeeper Alisson Becker. We've played 67 minutes at Anfield. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. And are Arsenal going to get our first victory at Anfield since 2012? What a long time ago that was. But is that run about to come to an end? There's still 23 minutes to play, though, so a long time left in this game. Still got almost half the second half, or more than half the second half to play. And it is Liverpool coming forward again, as they have done most of this second half so far. And they've missed a penalty, Liverpool, and Aaron Ramsdale's made a couple of good saves as well. And thanks to that, it is still 2-1 to Arsenal. And Liverpool have just knocked the ball out of play over on that far side. Bit sloppy that was there, actually, from Liverpool. And it's given Arsenal a throw, chance to relieve some of that pressure that's been building on the Arsenal goal since half-time. So let's see if we can hang on and maybe get a third goal. Still no substitutions, actually, from Arsenal. Trent now with a cross all the way across to the far post. It's headed back in by Van Dijk. It's flicked on inside the penalty area. Arsenal managed to scramble it away. I think it was Gabriel. And Arsenal really are hanging on here now. Herman says here, Arsenal better get a winner's mentality now. Well, yeah, this is what it's about, isn't it? It's about digging in. And it's about showing that you're not prepared to accept anything other than a victory and doing everything that you can to win the game. And that's what we've got to do. We've just got to dig in. This is what it's about now for Arsenal. It's digging in. And if we can do that, then hopefully we are going to come away with a very, very important victory. But Liverpool again in possession, coming forward, looking to try to force an equaliser, which would be a big blow to our chances. I mean, we said before the game we'd take a draw, and of course we would take a draw. But when you're 2-0 up, a draw is not a great result, is it? It's totally puts a whole different perspective on it, doesn't it? If you're 2-0 down and you get a draw, it feels like a victory. But when you're 2-0 up and you get a draw, it feels like a defeat, doesn't it? Not that we've got a draw yet. We are still winning. But anyway, let's see what happens between now and the end of this game, because there is still a long time left. Liverpool now coming forward with Mo Salah on this near side. Mo Salah looking to try and get a cross in. He'll be looking to try and make amends for that penalty. He's playing Jordan Henderson, pulls it back. Good defending that from Ben White. Mo Salah's again trying to get on the end of it, but Arsenal scramble it clear. It is going to be a very, very nervy last 20 minutes here, isn't it? Arsenal looking a little bit tired and leggy, you have to say. Trent Alexander-Arnold now pings the ball over to that far side. Ben White just gets there, but doesn't really get it clear. It comes to Cody Gakpo. The January signing for Liverpool. There was talk of him coming to Arsenal at one time, wasn't there, Cody Gakpo? And you have to say he is a very, very good player. Anyway, he's on the ball again. The Dutchman plays it back to Fabinho. Now it's with Konate. Liverpool certainly dominated this second half. Mo Salah comes inside on his left foot. Can't get a shot away. Instead plays it out to Fabinho. Liverpool playing it square and sideways now. Ball whipped in towards the far post, but it's gone wide. Aaron Ramsdale just let it go there. It was Fabinho. Regenda says there, why should Arsenal be leggy? Well, I mean, it's a tough game, isn't it? It's mentally tough as well, and we just look as though we are. We look as though we're tiring in the second half, and I think we need some changes. And just as we're saying that, Kieran Tierney is getting up to warm up. So I did say it'd be a defensive change, didn't I? I think I know Mikel Arteta a little bit too well. You can almost predict what his substitutions will be. It looks like it may well be Kieran Tierney is going to be the first one he makes, because Kieran Tierney is getting warmed up. Anyway, it's a goal kick to Arsenal, which Aaron Ramsdale, all in yellow, is going to take for Arsenal. Herman says, we need an Arsenal hero. Yeah, we do. We do need an Arsenal hero. We just need somebody who's going to be able to try and settle this game down for us, because it's not this second half. We just haven't got into this game at all ever. We just haven't got going, and we've been holding on, really desperately holding on. But we are coming forward now. We've got an opportunity to try to get this third goal. Granit Xhaka finds Zinchenko in the central area, as he tends to be. It's a good ball play through to Martinelli. Martinelli tried to twist and turn. He had Granit Xhaka outside. It might have been a better ball. And in the end, he ran into trouble, Martinelli, and Liverpool do get the ball away. And Granit Xhaka was fouled, was he? Referee says no. And now Mo Salah on his near side. Good defending, though, from Thomas Partey. Just stepped in. And Partey then gets the ball back again from Zinchenko. Tried to do a little bit too much there, maybe, Thomas Partey. And it's going to be a throw to Liverpool. I don't think Martinelli quite made the most of that chance, did he? Just inside the penalty area was. Granit Xhaka was out to his left-hand side, in space on the edge of the area. He just needed to get the ball out there. Instead, he tried to take on one defender too much, and Liverpool managed to scramble that ball away. And yeah, not great play there for Arsenal. Liverpool coming forward again now with Mo Salah just trying to get hold of that ball, but he couldn't quite manage to. But still, Liverpool in possession with Darwin Núñez, and he's just been fouled there by Granit Xhaka. And Darwin Núñez tries to get the crowd up as well. The Uruguayan not quite had the same impact as a fellow Uruguayan that, of course, used to play for Liverpool not too long ago. Anyway, it's a free kick over on this near side now to Liverpool, which Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to take. The one thing he's good at, he can't defend, but he can put in a very, very good delivery from set piece, and he's got an opportunity here to put a great delivery in here for Liverpool. He whips one in towards the far post. He's headed up by Fabinho, not really the direction he wanted, but he has managed to keep possession of Brazilian for Liverpool. Plays it back again, but it's gone out of play for a throw to Arsenal over on that far. If I throw to Liverpool, sorry, over on that far side. Herman says, haven't heard much about Ødegaard. We haven't really had the ball. That's why. That's the reason we haven't really had the ball in the second half. Will Rally Sport, how you doing? It says, hi, I hope we can hold on for the win. Yeah, holding on is basically what we're doing, isn't it, at the moment? We've played 73 minutes. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. Liverpool coming forward again. But that wasn't a great ball, and Zinchenko steps in. And Arsenal just need to try to get a little bit of possession. Granit Xhaka dinks the ball over the top. Now there's a bit of space for Gabriel Martinelli on the counter-attack. Is this going to be the moment for a third goal? Martinelli plays it across the box towards Saka. Oh, it was good defending, actually, from Robertson. If he hadn't got there, that would have been a big chance there for Bukayo Saka to make it 3-1. But good defending, actually, you have to say, from Andrew Robertson there. And Zinchenko's just taking the ball there off Mo Salah and coming forward for Arsenal. Suddenly it's opening up a bit more now. That's the ball over to that far side to Bukayo Saka, almost in to get a third goal. Then Saka on the edge of the area now plays it back to Martin Ødegaard. Tries a shot. Comfortable save, though, from Alisson. Will Ray Sports said there, glad Salah missed a penalty. Yeah, we're a bit lucky, weren't we? But we'll take it. But this was an opportunity there. Martinelli on this near side did really, really well. Pulled that ball back, looking for Saka on that far post. Surely he would have scored if Robertson hadn't got something on that ball. And now Liverpool looking to come forward themselves. Darwin Núñez is on the chase. Rob Holding doesn't take any chances, just puts it out for a throw. Will Ray Sports says there, good start to the game for Arsenal, but second half, all Liverpool looks like we're playing counter-attack. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing. I mean, to be fair, Liverpool have just upped the tempo, haven't they? Since they got that goal back before half-time, they've upped the tempo. And they've kind of forced that on us, really. They're forcing us to play on the counter-attack. Not that we can't do it, because we're a very good counter-attacking team. And we've had one or two moments, haven't we? But it has been mostly all Liverpool attacks in this second half. And they've got another one now. That was half cleared away, that cross from Trent. And Liverpool back in possession again. Robertson plays it back to goalkeeper Alisson. Midway inside Liverpool's half, plays it forward to Fabinho. And he lays it off to Konate. Will Ray Sports says there, as long as Arsenal win, I don't care. 8 points clear. Is that right? Yeah, we're right. Yeah, obviously we'd have played the game more still again. So yeah, that's why it's so important to win, because obviously if we don't win this game, if it was to draw or worse, then Man City, that lead would be 5 or 6 points. And the Man City will have a game in hand, and we've got to play them. It just goes to show how important this will be. Anyway, Liverpool now coming forward again. That's a long ball over to that far side, looking again for Cody Gakpo. Can he keep it in? He does keep it in. He's done well again, Cody Gakpo. Can he get a cross in though? He's been held up now. He's gone backwards. Keeping possession, just lays it off though to Virgil van Dijk. Just plays it square to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Very central now. Plays up this near side. Mo Salah up the line to Captain Jordan Henderson. Gets it back again. Mo Salah's had an interesting game, hasn't he? A goal, a missed penalty, one or two other missed opportunities for Mo Salah. Liverpool coming forward again, though. Salah again. A bit of a loose touch from Salah actually there. And Gabriel Jesus steps in, plays the ball out to Bukayo Saka. Good touch from Saka over on that far side. Plays it into Gabriel Jesus. Again, that's a good defensive challenge, though, by Konate. And it's launched a counter-attack for Liverpool with Darwin Núñez. Plays it all the way across, but Zinchenko's there. Oh, almost didn't run through to Ramsdale. Seemed a little bit slow to react there, the Arsenal goalkeeper. But he did manage to come out there as Cody Gakpo closed in. Will Ready Sports says there, where are Liverpool 8th or 9th in the league? Van Dijk has had an awful season. Well, none of Liverpool's players have been that great, have they? They've all been off their game this season. Van Dijk hasn't been great. Not many of them have. Anyway, Jordan Henderson. I think they're 9th Liverpool. Anyway, Jordan Henderson now coming forward for Liverpool to look to get this equaliser. Mo Salah on the edge of the area. Granit Xhaka's all over him there. Brilliant defending from Granit Xhaka. Almost runs into trouble, but gets the ball back to goalkeeper Ramsdale, who goes long. Arsenal struggling to get the ball clear for much of this second half there. Thomas Partey steps in. That's good. Now Bukayo Saka has got an opportunity to run at this Liverpool defence. And that's a ball played through, looking for Martinelli on this near side. He's got a little bit of space, Martinelli. Trent Alexander-Arnold comes across. Martinelli still in possession. Plays the ball into Bukayo Saka on this near side. Saka whips across towards the far post. It's gone behind. It is going to be a goal kick, though, to Liverpool. Gaming 203 says their ref is as bad as Maguire. Well, he's probably worse. Anyway, Liverpool making another substitution. Another player who's got a great goal scoring record against Arsenal. Roberto Firmino is coming on. And it is Fabinho who's going off. So Brazilian for a Brazilian. Roberto Firmino's coming on. He's got a few goals against us, including one at the Emirates earlier in this season in the game that we won. In fact, he's got 10 goals against Arsenal. Just put a graphic on. Robbie Fowler with 12's got the most. And he's second. Is he going to get his 11th one? Anyway, that ball played forward again up this near side. Looking for Mo Salah. Tries to get him behind Gabriel. Gabriel gets a foot in, but it's going to be a corner. Is it to Liverpool? No, it isn't. It's a goal kick. And another Liverpool attack comes to nothing. Terry says, time to get Jesus off and Trossard on. Well, Trossard is coming on. Trossard is coming on. Who is it going to be going off? It could well be Jesus because he's not really had any impact in the second half at all, has he? He's still not 100% fit yet, I don't think. Working his way back, isn't he? And it is going to be Jesus to go off. And Trossard is coming on. And Kiwior is coming on as well, the big Polish defender. Jesus doesn't look very happy about coming off after 78 minutes, but he hasn't really had much impact in this second half. We haven't had the ball enough to allow him to make an impact in the final third. He's done good work for the team. And Martin Odegaard's coming off and Kiwior's coming on. Well, there's a surprise. I had a feeling it might have been Kieran Tierney coming on, but it's actually the big Pole, Jacob Kiwior's coming on. Martin Odegaard, the captain's going off. Well, where is he? Because he doesn't look as though he's going off. We'll see. Anyway, Jesus has gone off. That's one. And Trossard's come on. So that's one change. It is Martin Odegaard going off. He's about to give the captain's armband, you'd imagine, to Granit Xhaka. And Martin Odegaard departs for Kiwior. There's a bit of a shock. Obviously, Arteta wanting to get another body in that defence to try and see this game over the line. I say normally it'd be Rob Holding, wouldn't it, that would come on for these moments. But obviously he can't because he's having to play from the start. So this time it's Kiwior. Jordan Henderson's having a word with the referee there. Anyway, Kiwior's coming on. We're not seeing much of him, have we, the big Pole? He didn't have a great game in the Europa League last time we saw him. Let's hope he can settle in a little bit better today. So are we going to go free at the back? I think we probably are, with Gabriel and Holding either side of Kiwior. So anyway, let's have a look and see what happens there. We've got a few comments coming. Terry says Erdegaard coming off. Yeah. Will Ray Sports says Trossard done well since being at Arsenal. Always looks down. No, he's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Will Ray Sports says there. Surprise Reece Nelson. Oh, Liverpool in. Oh, good save. That was Darwin Núñez there. Got him behind the Arsenal defence. Aaron Ramsdale's made another good save, actually. But Liverpool still coming forward with Andrew Robertson. Puts a cross into the edge of the 6-yard box. But Gabriel's there. Not much communication. And Salah's volley goes into the side net. And there's a big chance there for Darwin Núñez. He knows it. He's got his head in his hands. Simple ball there through the middle by Salah. Arsenal's just reorganising at the back. Rob Holding was caught out. And that was a big chance for Núñez to get the equaliser. And good save from Ramsdale. Terry says, save Ramsdale. That should have been 2-2. It should have been. Brilliant opportunity for Liverpool there. And Rob Holding maybe just caught out there. I say he got in between all three of the Arsenal defenders. We've got 3 central defenders on. And there's Núñez, and with a freedom in a penalty area. Didn't maybe get hold of it too well, did he? The Uruguay, but a very, very good save. Will Raleigh Sports says, is Emil Smith-Rowe on the bench? Yes, he is on the bench, yeah. But he probably won't come on because he's out of favour at the moment, isn't he? You feel certain players have dropped down the pecking order this season, haven't they? Gaming 203 says, can you put the game time on your screen next stream? Well, if I knew how to do it, I would, but I don't. So I'll have to figure it out. If someone knows how to do it, let me know what you have to do to get a clock on. I want to get a countdown clock on the screen, just maybe that little corner bit. So let me know how you do it. If anybody knows, because I've tried and I can't do it, I haven't been able to figure it out. So if anybody's a little bit more tech than me and can figure out and knows how to get a clock on your stream, countdown clock, please let me know, or a count up clock it'll be, won't it? Because it'll go from 0 up like a stopwatch kind of thing. So if you know I can do that, get one on the screen in the corner somewhere, please let me know, and I will definitely do that. Because there's an offside given here against Liverpool, actually. Was it Cody Gakpo over on that far side has been given offside? It would have been a corner, actually, to Liverpool, so it's probably just as well. Anyway, we played 82 minutes. I can't put the timer on the screen. I do keep trying to give it to you every so often, but it is 82 minutes played, and it is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal holding on and getting closer and closer to what would be a very, very important victory. I still can't get used to Rob Holding's hair, I have to say. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. Will Raleigh Sports says, how long gone? 78 minutes. 82 minutes have been played. 82 and a half minutes. And it's a free kick there. Aaron Ramsdale launches it long towards Liverpool penalty area. It's headed out by Virgil van Dijk. And Van Dijk there again is going to tidy this up. Plays it back to Alisson. Liverpool getting caught out of defence there. Granit Xhaka inside the area has won the ball well there for Arsenal. Puts Thiago, under pressure, has won the ball back. Arsenal going to get an opportunity to get a third goal. Granit Xhaka tried to play it across to Martinelli, and Liverpool managed to tidy that up. Liverpool now playing it out from the back. Thiago now bringing it forward for Arsenal. Finds Roberto Firmino. Plays it out to that far side. But Arsenal again clear it away. Bukayo Saka finds Trossard. It looks like he's playing on the right-hand side now. Leandro Trossard, since he's come on. And Saka may be moving more into a more central position. Anyway, Trossard's got away there over on that far side. The Belgium, he's made a good run here, whipped it into the walls of near post, put behind by Van Dijk. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal into the last 7 minutes at Anfield. Is Leandro Trossard going to score another goal at Anfield this season? He's already got 3 for Brighton in a 3-3 draw, actually, that game. If you remember earlier in the season, he got a hat-trick, didn't he, for Brighton that day? And he'll be looking to try to get a third goal for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka walks over to that far corner to take this corner. The referee's going to book him for time wasting. And he has done. The referee's booked Bukayo Saka there for time wasting, Paul Tierney. And he's now about to take this corner. He wasn't in any hurry, was he? Only 84 minutes on the clock. Saka with this corner played in towards it. Header comes in. From Gabriel straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. from 6 yards out. And Liverpool now on the counter-attack. Trent Alexander-Arnold coming forward for Liverpool. There's been chances at both ends in the last few minutes. Trent again plays the ball in towards Mo Salah. Got a little bit of space on his near side. Mo Salah plays it back again to Jordan Henderson. Cross comes in, chested away. Was that by Gabriel? He just missed the chance at the other end. Brilliant play from him. And now Liverpool picked up possession again now on the edge of the penalty area. And Martinelli there. Was he fouled? Referee says no. And Bukayo Saka's clear. Saka now on the edge of the penalty. He's got Trossard for company over on that far side. Is Saka going to go himself? Oh, he's held up there by two Liverpool players. Saka's got clear. Can he get across in? He pulls it back. Nobody's there. Oh, and it runs all the way across. And Alisson's come all the way out of his goal, actually, to get that ball. Brilliant from Saka there, actually. It's a great run from him. Anyway, Liverpool now coming forward again over on that far side. It's really opened up now. It's a good run by Núñez, it was. And it's now a free kick to Arsenal. Ben White, Gabriel's gone down again. And he's certainly not enjoying his game today, Gabriel, is he? He nearly scored then, though. A good header it was, straight at the goalkeeper. And at the other end, he got a good blocking, actually. But he's not fit, Gabriel. He's gone down 3 or 4 times in this game. It's brilliant there from Bukayo Saka just a moment ago. Turned away from 2 Liverpool players. Put a cross in there. He just slips as he hit it, actually. He was looking for Trossard. He knows what a big opportunity that was. And he just couldn't quite get the cross right there, Saka. Brilliant run, though. Again, he's another Arsenal player that has that much impact in the second half because we just haven't had the ball up that end of the pitch enough. We've played nearly 86 minutes. And Liverpool coming forward again. Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's headed away by Alexander Zinchenko. And Bukayo Saka again over on that far side again. Brilliant play from him. But he's lost out that time to Roberto Firmino. And now Liverpool getting in possession over on that far side. There left. Ball played in at 2. Firmino touched off again. Andy Robertson with that cross in, headed at. Oh, it was a great header actually from Rob Holding. Finds Salah. He's pushed it on to Jordan Henderson just inside the Arsenal penalty on this near side. Jordan Henderson finds Trent Alexander-Arnold again. Oh, he gets past Zinchenko a little bit too easily. Trent's with across to the far post. Header comes in. Oh, it's 2-2. It's Roberto Firmino again against Arsenal. Had to be, didn't it? He scored against Arsenal so many times. And he's just got another one. And you have to say, probably the least Liverpool deserve. Terry says 2-2. Rubbish by Zinchenko. It was. And now Kieran Tierney's coming on. A little bit too late, though. He got done far too easily there, Zinchenko, on that near side. And the cross came in. And Darwin Núñez was there with a header into the empty net. And it is Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. We had 4 minutes to hold on. Well, 3 minutes to hold on. We wasn't able to do it. It was a poor header initially from Rob Holding. Just poor defending all round, really. Arsenal just couldn't deal with it. And terrible defending from Zinchenko. He's a good football player. He's a good midfield player, but he's not a very good defensive player at all, is he? He was beaten far too easily there by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Trent's cross was headed in by Darwin Núñez at the far post. Got above. Is it Kirior? He's out jumped. Not sure it was, but it was terrible defending from Arsenal there. Really, really poor. 3 or 4 poor bits of defending there. And I think it might have been Ben White that was out jumped for the goal, actually. I'm just trying to see who it was. It was terrible defending all round, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Ben White was out jumped at the far post, and it's 2-2. Terry says Katie on Zinchenko off too late now. Yeah, it is too late, yeah. I thought he'd have done that a little bit earlier, actually. But anyway, he hasn't done, and it may well cost us 2 big points in this title race. And Roberto Firmino was headed in, not Darwin Núñez, of course. Roberto Firmino's 11th goal against Arsenal in his career. And it is 2-2 with 2.5 minutes of normal time to play. There's often late goals and late drama at Anfield, isn't there? There has been so many times over the years, and there's been late drama again, but not the sort of late drama that we wanted to see. It's a Liverpool equaliser, and suddenly Arsenal now are hanging on for a point, it seemed, in these final few moments here at Anfield. But that header forward, it should be cleared away by Arsenal. I'm not sure if the defensive changes have made us stronger, actually. putting that extra defender on. We haven't quite managed to come to grips with that, have we, since that happened? I don't know whether it was to protect Gabriel, who's clearly not fit. Anyway, Rob Holding there manages to clear that ball away. Can we find a late winner? Will there be late drama in this game? Clive says, if we can't win, we must try to get a draw. Better to get a point from the game. No, absolutely 100%. We have to get something from this game. From 2-0 up, if we lose this game, I fear what effect that might have. Luckily, there's not very long left, is there? It's only 88 minutes played. So we are counting down towards the full-time whistle here. And I think maybe a draw is pretty much the most that we've perhaps deserved for this second half. In fact, we're a little bit fortunate, aren't we? Not to be behind. Herman says to win, you have to attack. Well, at the minute, we can't keep the ball well enough to be able to attack, can we? You know, Liverpool have dominated this second half, you have to say. They really have. And we just haven't quite managed to get a grip on the game, haven't we? We've got a throw now on this near side. We're into the 6 minutes of stoppage time. That is going to be. So we've got another 3 or 4 minutes to hold on here in stoppage time at the end of this game. Kieran Tierney is going to take a throw in on this near side for Arsenal. And are we going to at least hold on for a point, which surely is the least we have to get from this game? We've got this throw now on this near side. If Kieran Tierney doesn't take it quickly, the referee will probably book him because he's booked a few Arsenal players for time wasting already in this game, hasn't he? That throw goes long up line, but Liverpool win it again. Now it's, again, Liverpool coming forward. It's Firmino again, who got that equaliser, plays it out to that far side. Liverpool looking for this stoppage time winner. Is there going to be late drama here at Anfield? There's already been one late goal. Cross comes into Wolves, the far post. Salah's put it over from 4 yards out. That was the chance there, surely, for Liverpool. Surely that means Arsenal are going to get a point now. Terrible defending again from Arsenal. We really have been all over the place at times in this second half defensively. The cross came in there. I think it was, not sure who crossed that in actually. Was it Robertson? It was Robertson. Cody Gakpo was offside, but Salah wasn't. And he really should have hit the target there. Mo Salah got away from Kieran Tierney, who was actually trying to hold him back. And he's put it over the top. Incredible miss there. Colonel says a weak mentality to go defensive and let them score. The best form of defence is attack. Well, no, you're right. We've almost allowed Liverpool to come back in. I mean, they should have won it then. Mo Salah should have scored that. Absolutely bang on, should have scored. Herman says we have to get the Liverpool monkey off our backs, or we're not going to be doing it like this, are we? I mean, a draw's not the end of the world, is it? But it's another visit to Anfield without a victory. And there's been, will it be 10 in a row now? Something like that. If we don't win this game, Salah's got in again as he has. Gabriel has not been able to catch up with him. Salah now on this near side, inside the penalty area, tries to put it back. Actually, Gabriel did well there to get back. Jordan Henderson, no, Arsenal still haven't got the ball clear. There's still over 90 seconds of stoppage time to play. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it into Salah again inside the area. Salah tries to curl it. Oh, great save from Ramsdale. That was almost a winner there. Fingertip save from Aaron Ramsdale, denied Mo Salah an the winning goal there for Liverpool. Got a deflection off Gabriel as well, which probably made that save even better. Just deflected off Gabriel. Ramsdale just got a fingertip to it to push that round the post. He's made some good saves today, Aaron Ramsdale, you have to say. Really has. Anyway, it's a corner to Liverpool. We're into the 5th minute of stoppage time. The corner comes in. Arsenal desperately hanging on for a point here, it seems. When in the first half, it looked as though we were going to win this game comfortably. But it's a good header away from Rob Holding that time. But Liverpool still in possession now. Can Arsenal hold on for this point? Trent Alexander-Arnold again. You have to say defensively he's not been great, but going forward he's been pretty good for Liverpool today. Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's coming forward again now. Is he going to try a shot? Is he from distance? He dinks it into the box. So chance comes in. It's got to be a goal, is it? Oh, it's off the line somehow. Incredible stuff inside the 6-yard box. It was Kanate. I think it was a header back across from Van Dijk. Found Kanate inside the 6-yard box. And somehow, was it Ramsdale kept that out again? That is an incredible miss. And now Arsenal on a counter-attack. Can win. Saka's going to be in if Martinelli can find him. We're into the last minute of stoppage time now. Arsenal on the counter-attack here. What an exciting finish to this game it's been. Arsenal going to get a chance for a winner, as typically the streams froze just at the wrong time. That was an incredible save that from Ramsdale again, actually, to deny Canate right on the goal line. That was a poor ball, actually, through to Saka, and Alisson's got there. And Liverpool may well feel they might have one more big chance left in, and we're into the final minute of the 6 of stoppage time. And Aaron Ramsdale just made 2 great saves, which has kept us level in this game. Mo Salah's committed a foul there. It shows his frustration. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Quite Canate didn't bundle that ball in for about 2 yards. We don't know. We don't really care. Trossard now on his near side for Arsenal. We're going to get one more chance. We've almost played the 6 minutes. And Arsenal just looking to kick the ball anywhere, it seems. Not quite sure how Liverpool missed this. Canate tried to chest it in. Actually, Ramsdale somehow saved that again. Wow. That is 2 great saves from Aaron Ramsdale in stoppage time. Mo Salah then threw himself to the ground. Anyway, the full-time whistle has now gone. It has finished incredibly in a draw. Wow. You don't know what to say about that game, really. Both teams could have won. In the end, it's a draw. Emerson's in the chat. Emerson, he says, bottled it. Hope that doesn't stop us winning the league. Well, I don't know if it's going to stop us winning the league. It's certainly 2 points. You have to say it's 2 points dropped because we were 2-0 up. Terry says, terrible second half. Ramsdale must be our man of the match. Oh, he'll definitely be man of the match, Ramsdale. Just those points on his own. Dave says, thanks for that, Terry. No problem, mate. Watch next time. It's always good fun. Yeah, I can normally watch the game a bit better. Vagenda says, only 6 points ahead. Well, yeah, 6 points ahead, and we've played a game more. Let's not forget. And we've got to go to the Etihad. So that almost negates that 6 points, doesn't it? You know, game in hand and the trip to the Etihad. So we need to get something from there. Aaron Ramsdale today, you have to say, he's not always been. His concentration hasn't always been what it needs to be. But today, those saves at the end have given us a point, and that point may well prove to be a really important point coming the end of the season. We don't know yet, but at 2-0 up, we should have won that game. We were in complete control. We let it slip. And in the end, we're lucky to get a point. Let's be honest. We were lucky to get a point there. Liverpool were a much better team in the second half. They had 5 or 6 good chances to win it. But Ramsdale's made some great saves. And he's earned us a point. Aaron Ramsdale has earned us a point today. Just an incredible game of football, let's be honest. That second half in particular, it was very, very tense. It was very nervy. It was very exciting. But ultimately, it is a draw. And I think we have to be grateful for that, the way that second half went, because we could easily have lost that game by 2 or 3 goals. That second half, it wasn't great at all, as it wasn't good enough from Arsenal. Herman says, bravo, Ramsdale. Indeed, bravo, Ramsdale. I mean, 2 of them saves there at the end have earned us that point. And you have to say they are 2 of the best saves of the season that you'll see, probably. Mark says there, what was a fair result? Yeah, it probably was a fair result. I'll probably agree with that. It was a game of 2 halves, wasn't it? We were the better team in the first half. We were 2-0 up at one point. The 2 Gabriels, Martinelli and Jesus, gave us the leads. And we looked as though we were going to, comfortably win the game. But, Liverpool got a goal back before half-time with Mo Salah. They had a penalty, which Mo Salah missed. And then those chances at the end after Roberto Firmino had headed Liverpool level. Liverpool looking at that penalty there, potential penalty at the end. But when Salah went down, he did throw himself to the ground rather dramatically. Rajendra says, now 8 more finals, 8 more games to play, including 2 very, very big, difficult away games at Man City and Newcastle still to come. The team's currently sitting in 2nd and 3rd place. And they're going to be as big a test as it was today. I said before the game started today, this was a real, probably our hardest game of the season up till now. And you saw it. That's exactly what it proved to be, didn't it? We were lucky to get a draw. Aaron Ramsdale is the one that's given us that draw. It's it's hard to know what to make of it, really. I said before the game, in fact, I predicted a 2-2 before the game started, but I did say, didn't I, that draws, you feel differently about a draw if you were winning a game or if you were losing a game. And we were winning a game at 2-0. And to draw that game feels like a defeat. It does. It feels like we've lost. And, maybe when you look at the way that second half went, we could have, maybe should have lost. But we've managed to get a draw. And we have to take it. Every point's important now. And let's hope that come the end of the season, that point we got today may well prove to be the biggest point of the season altogether. Clive says, thank you, Rich. Great job. Just glad we got a point. Leave the game behind us and look to future games. That's all we can do now. Exactly, you're right. We took a point. We would have took a point before the game. We said that. Herman says there, the Dutch-German friendly game played at Sittard, the Netherlands, was an incredible game. It was a goalkeeper's duel. Germany won 1-0. Did they? Oh, fantastic. Magenda says there, but 4 points from Liverpool. Yeah, but look at Liverpool. They're not a great team this season. Look where they are in the league. We should be getting 6 points against a team down there in mid-table, shouldn't we? So getting 4 points isn't really a great turnaround for you. You think really? I mean, we were a little bit fortunate to win the game at the Emirates, against Liverpool, wasn't we? But anyway, we'll take 4 points. We'll take a point today. Not a disaster. Could have been a lot worse, but could and maybe should have been a lot better as well with being 2-0 up. Terry says, Arteta brought on KT too late. Yeah, I thought the defensive changes for me unsettled us a little bit, didn't they? They sort of unsettled us. And yeah, I don't think that helped. And in the end, we hung on for a draw. So there you go. How many did City get? The same, I think. Did they drew at Anfield, didn't they? And then they beat them last week, didn't they? At the Etihad. So I think the same. But it doesn't matter, does it? Every game is different anyway, isn't it? As things stand at the minute, we've got 6 points more than Man City, having played one game more than them. And that's the most important stat. It doesn't matter who those points have come against. City beat us, but we're still 6 points ahead of them. So, we've managed to get more points against most of the other teams, but there's still 8 games to play. And a big 8 games now. And that second half hasn't exactly filled me with a lot of confidence, I have to say, because we got completely battered there, didn't we? Let's be honest. We really did. Bongo Goodness says, hello, Rich. What did you make of the ref? Just joking. I mean, Ramsdale was brilliant, mate. He was brilliant. I mean, I've criticised Ramsdale since he's been at Arsenal a few times when I felt he's deserved it. But today, he's won us a point. He didn't win us the game. He won us a point. We would have lost that game 4-5-2 if it wasn't for Ramsdale. Let's be honest. Brilliant performance from him. Really, really good. Omer says that we have to be careful because every team is trying to stay in the Premier League. Exactly. Now, there's no easy games now. At this point in the season, when you look at the way that the table is, the relegation fight is so tight, isn't it? Pretty much half the league are still fighting against relegation. So most teams that we're going to be playing, there's something riding on the game for them, whether they're fighting for a European place, whether they're fighting against relegation. So every single game is going to be tough. You're right. Absolutely. And we've got to find a way to get as many points as we can. And today, we may well look back on this at the end of the season as a good point. We may do. I'm not necessarily convinced it's a good point. We was 2-0 up. We should have won. But we could easily have lost. So let's take the point and let's see. We are still 6 points clear. Let's not get too sort of down in the dumps about it. We're 6 points clear. We're in a good position. It's still in our hands. We've still got to play Man City. So why not feel confident that we can, we'd take a 2-2 draw at the Etihad, wouldn't we? In a few weeks' time. Of course we would. So yeah. I mean, what a tense game that was. Exciting and everything in it, didn't it, really? But ultimately, we were 2-0 up and we've come away with a 2-2 draw. Another game at Anfield without a victory. It's almost like we're fated never to win here again. That's how it seems at the moment, doesn't it? Rajendra says, City will find some games where they not win. Well, we don't know yet, do we? At this moment in time, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's hope so. I think we might find one or two games that we don't win either with what's left, but we'll have to keep. Everyone's going to have to. We just have to keep trying to win as many games as we can, and I'm sure City will think the same. Bongo Goni says, yes, after a full 90 minutes, I feel a bit lucky to get a point, but still a bit gutted. Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because usually a point at Anfield, I mean, I said, we were saying before the game, we'd have took a point. Absolutely, we'd have took a point all day long. But when you're 2-0 up, you kind of feel that you should win, don't you? You do feel that you should win the game from 2-0 up. So it is a bit of a disappointment, I've got to be honest, not to have held on. I think we made some problems for ourselves. The defensive substitutions meant we got deeper and deeper. And when you're playing at Anfield, when Liverpool are attacking the Kop end, it's tough, isn't it? You know, they missed a penalty, let's not forget as well. So it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. But yeah, it's one of them where I think at the moment we feel a little bit disappointed that we didn't win the game. And we haven't won the game. But I think when the dust has settled, I think overall we'll probably think, you know what, a point's probably as much as we deserved over the 90 minutes anyway. So let's take that point from a difficult game and move on to the next one and hope that we can get the 3 points next week. Bongo Gona says, oh man, how could we have won with only 11 likes? Sorry, I was late. Is that all we've got? Well, there you go. What can we say? That's exactly, is that the reason, is it? I mean, there we go. You see, if we'd got 25 likes, we'd have won that game. So, you know who to blame? All you people that watched and didn't like, you're the ones to blame. So you've only got yourselves to blame. But there you go. I think we're on 12 likes now. But anyway, it's a bit late, isn't it? Because we've drawn. Maybe we would have lost if we got less than 12 likes. Maybe. We don't know, do we? But certainly if we got 25 likes, we would have won the game. So if you are still watching and you haven't liked it yet, it's not too late. It's too late for this game. It's not too late for the season, though, is it? So, you know, you have to keep doing it. Rajendra says, see you next match. Indeed, my friend. We will see you very soon, I'm sure. Take it easy. Terry says, I don't know what Arteta's halftime talk was, but let's hope he doesn't tell them the same thing again. I think, to be fair, and I think we have to give Liverpool credit I think, as well, for that second half. Yes, getting the goal back before half time gave them a lift, but that second half they came out. They were a lot more. They upped their tempo, and Liverpool played really well in that second half, didn't they? They really did. So I don't think it's so much what Arteta said. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure Arteta would have looked at that and thought, you know what, we've just conceded a goal. It's 2-1. We need to just manage the game well in the second half. Try and keep the ball a bit better. And I'm sure that's what he would have said. But Liverpool didn't allow that to happen because of how well they played, and we wasn't able to deal with it particularly well. You know, defensively we wasn't great towards the end. But we managed to hang on for a point, I suppose. Bongo Gona says, cheers, Rich. See you after the next game. Can't watch you the game and my chat at the same time, but we'll try and pop in after the game. No problem, mate. That's fine. What some people do is they just turn the volume down and listen to the show and watch the game. But just an option. Liverpool had 21 shots in that game, 6 on target. We had 9, 5 on target. They had 53 touches in the opposition box. We had 26. We had 3 big chances. They had 8 big chances. And they had 59% possession to have 41. That kind of sums up the game, really, maybe, doesn't it? We were lucky to get a draw, I think, over the 90 minutes. Mark C says there, a fair bit of sloppy passing from us. We've played a lot better than that. Yeah, we have. I thought we played well for 25 minutes, half an hour, didn't we? We played pretty well. After that, yes, Liverpool were the better team, and we were a little bit lucky to get a draw. But we'll take it, of course, and move on to the next game, which is going to be another tricky one. It's Southampton next, isn't it? I'm losing track of the days, actually. With Easter and stuff, it's thrown me right off. Let me just double check. I'm sure it's Southampton next week, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's West Ham, isn't it? Sorry. It's West Ham next Sunday, and then Southampton at home on a Friday the 21st. And then Man City, of course, on Wednesday the 26th. Wow. That is the big one, isn't it? The Chelsea game at the moment is the 29th, but I think that's going to be moving, that they were saying. And then, of course, Newcastle on the 7th of May. Brighton on the 14th of May, Nottingham Forest on the 20th of May, and then the final game against Wolves, and it's there. The title is still there for us. Let's not get too worried too much. But yeah, Bongo Guna says, why did we bring on Kyrgios? Well, we brought him on because we couldn't bring on Rob Holding. And that's what Arteta normally does in those circumstances, doesn't he? He brings on Rob Holding with 10 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go when we're winning. But he couldn't today because Rob Holding was already playing. So he brought on Kyrgios instead. And that was that really. I think that was the reason why. Mark C says, do we need to change up the starting 11? Yeah, we probably do need to. In what way can we change it up though? That's the problem we've got, isn't it? I mean, the front three, we can rotate them. Trossard was the one on the bench today. I would be looking at starting him maybe next time against West Ham. Maybe rest. I see Martinelli had a goal and an assist today. Jesus still doesn't look. He got a goal again, but he still hasn't looked quite 100% fit yet, does he? He's either one to maybe rotate and rest next time. I'm not sure. The midfield, if you leave out Partey, Xhaka or Odegaard, you're weakening it quite substantially, aren't you? Jorginho's okay. Fabio Vieira's not up to the job, is he? Let's be honest. I mean, Smith Rowe, is he fit? I don't know. He's not getting minutes, is he? Reece Nelson, are they really stronger than what we've got in the team? I'm not sure. I mean, we need to make changes because we look tired. They've played a lot of football because we're not rotating the team. We can't rotate the team. We haven't got a strong enough squad. But yeah, they're looking tired, and maybe we need to look at that. But I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It is a really tough one. Not really sure how we can change it and still pick up the results. Colonel says that performance was a typical Mikel Arteta team performance from last year. Getting lead, goes all defensive, and then Xhaka rolls up crowd, went against us. Yeah, it did remind me a little bit of some of the poorer Arsenal performance under Mikel Arteta previously. I agree. Definitely. Mark says there more than a few heavy legs. Yeah, they were. Look, very, very heavy legs. I thought in that second half, really heavy. We looked, didn't we? And yeah, they've played a lot of football. Bongo Guna says, not sure if it was down to Xhaka. No, it wasn't just down to Xhaka. Of course not. No, it was down to lots of different factors. And the fact Liverpool upped the tempo of the game. Liverpool played better. We've got to sometimes accept that. You know, when the opposition play better than you, you have to accept that sometimes, you know, and that's what we had to do today. Colonel says there, for me, if you wanted to go more defensive, he could have bought a Jorginho. Yes, good point. So not an inexperienced 20-year-old in the circle. Yes, that's a very good point. We could have brought Jorginho on to put a more defensive midfield platform in. I agree with that. But I think what he was maybe looking at was the fact that, well, I think there was two issues there. One, Liverpool put a lot of balls into the box, and Kyrgios a big lad. And also, it's his standard thing, isn't it? When we're winning a tight game away from home in the closing minutes, he normally brings Rob Holding on. It's what he does. And he's done the same again because he's not flexible enough to think outside of that, is he? He's just got his way of doing it, and that's it. And it's to bring on a centre-half. He's got one on the bench, brought him on, that's it. Whereas, yes, I agree, bringing Jorginho on to give us a little bit more stability in front of the defence may have well have been a better option. We won't know now because it didn't happen, did it? But anyway, Mark C says there, I suppose I should be happy. 1 penalty miss and 3 outstanding saves from Ramsdale kept. Exactly, yeah. I mean, with a little bit less fortune, shall we say, we could easily have lost that game as we've lost many games at Anfield, conceding 5 or 6 goals. We could have done, you know, with the way that game went. 21 shots they had at goal, Liverpool. So yeah, it's something we need to look at. But we got away with a draw, and yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we should be happier. We should be, but 2-0 up, you should win the game. When you're chasing the title, 2-0 away from home, you should win the game. But we take a point. We will take a point in the way that second half went. Certainly, I'm going to be appearing on Talk TV very, very soon, about 7 o'clock, to talk about this game. So join me for that if you can. It's on Talk TV, on YouTube, is it on the telly? I think it might be on the telly as well. Anyway, it's Talk TV at 7 o'clock with Mark Saggers. I'll be on there and potential Liverpool fan. I'm not sure who else is coming on. But we're going to be over there in about 15 minutes time to talk about this game. And that's going to be good. So join us for that over there if you can. I'm not sure if we'll do a show tomorrow, being Easter Monday. I'm doing family stuff, going out and doing some bits and bobs with a drone and stuff. So probably won't do a show tomorrow. Tuesday, of course, we'll be back for the Lionesses game. The Lionesses are playing Australia in a friendly from Brentford, so we'll bring you a watch along of that on Tuesday night. That'll be good. Melvin's back Wednesday for Highbury Matters, so that's going to be good. Join him for that. And then, of course, Friday, we have got the Arsenal Women's Weekly show, so don't miss that as well. And then, of course, Sunday is the big watch-along, isn't it, of the Arsenal away at West Ham. And I think the women aren't playing until the following Wednesday, so busy time. Mark C says there, don't matter now. All that matters is us getting positive results over West Ham and Southampton. Yeah, we have to win them 2 games, and that's all we can do now. Terry says, I'm just so disappointed too. Like, yeah, exactly. It makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Colonel says, like you said, when you lose at midfield battle, arguably weakening, that probably don't help. But we'll join you. Chris is on there from. Oh, is he? Is Chris on there? Is he? Chris is on there from ITID. Oh, right, okay. Oh, LTID. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, brilliant. Okay, we'll join us on that very, very soon. That'll be good. But yeah, we just have to try and bounce back from this win against West Ham, win against Southampton before we go to Man City for that potential title decider. It won't quite be the decider, but it won't be far off, will it? Mark C says, Happy Easter to the favourites. And yourself, mate. Yeah, I hope you're having a good time for Easter. It says, ladies, thanks again for joining us, mate. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Easter break. We're off Tuesday as well, so we've got another 2 days off work, which is nice. Took some extra holiday just to pad it out a bit, get a few days off. Been a tough slog since Christmas, so we haven't had any time off, so we thought we'd make the most of it. And then we're off again at the end of April, beginning of May, to go down to the Emirates for that Champions League semi-final for the women. So lots of great stuff to go on. Mark C says there, should I have trialled with Arsenal or Stuttgart? Well, Arsenal, definitely, mate. Arsenal's a place to have trialled with. But yeah, it would have been good. Terry says, I watched your drone flight in Blythe, getting very confident with your flying. Looked a nice, well-run football ground club. Yeah, no, that was great, actually. Blythe Spartans we went to yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I've got a drone channel. It's called Rich's Vlog, a drone and vlog channel. So check that out. Yeah, I went to Blythe yesterday in the sunshine. We went to Blythe Spartans football ground, took the drone up. Very nice, tiny little ground it is. I've been there before. I've watched 1 or 2 games there in the past. It was all shut up, actually. There was nobody there. It's a shame because I wanted to have a chat to a few of the people there, but there was no game on. There was nobody there. It was all locked up. But we took the drone up over there, got some great footage. And it kind of leads us into, I'm doing a series on sort of grassroots, local football clubs, grounds. I've been doing some filming for that, getting bits and bobs put together for a little series I'm doing on some grounds, local grassroots football clubs where they've played in the past, that kind of stuff. That's going on that channel over the next few weeks. I'm just putting it all together at the minute. I've got a lot of footage to get through. But in the meantime, we're going out and about, taking my drone out. I'm enjoying it, really. You know, it's a hobby I'm enjoying doing, and I'm spending a lot of my spare time now doing that. Mark says, I'm 47 now. It's a bit late then, isn't it? I'm for a trial, I think, at Arsenal. Or Stuttgart or anywhere, maybe at 47. You know, I'm not sure you've got too many years left at the top level playing at 47. I still play Vets League. I played yesterday and we lost, but anyway. Marcy says right fullback, Arsenal midfield for Stuttgart. Well, you could be a left back and a midfielder in the Arsenal team at the moment, couldn't you? Play their 2 positions at once, like Zinchenko does. But anyway. Yeah, I play left back actually. Usually, I sort of left hand side midfield. I'm a left footer, so I'm still playing now. Well, I can still run around. I'm still going to give it a go. But anyway, good to see that you're still playing. Oh, yeah, good. You need to keep playing where you can. I always think that you're a long time retired, aren't you, from playing football? So keep playing. But yeah, I think your days at Arsenal might be numbered, mate. If you're 47, unfortunately. But keep going, definitely, because you never know. You never know what might happen. But anyway, it has finished here today at Anfield. An exciting game, a good advert for the Premier League, certainly, but maybe not quite the result that we hoped for, or maybe should have got the way the game started. We were 2-0 up very early in the game. Goals from Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, but Liverpool pulled one back before half-time with Mo Salah, and then missed a penalty in the second half with Salah, missed a few other chances before getting an equaliser through substitute Roberto Firmino, his 11th goal against Arsenal with his career well. And then right at the death, Aaron Ramsdale made 2 brilliant saves from Salah and Konate to keep the score down to 2-2 and give us a draw. So we've got to be grateful for the point, and let's hope that that's proved to be an important point for us coming into the season, and I'm sure it will. Mark says all the best for a good sleep. It is 5:53 a.m. here in Auckland. Wow, 5:53 a.m. You're not going to sleep now, are you? Oh, are you? Wow, okay. Well, it's Easter, isn't it? So, you know, do what you want. That's what I say. Bank holiday and all that kind of stuff. Is it Bank Holiday Monday in Australia? I suppose in New Zealand, so I suppose it will be, won't it? You still have Bank Holiday there, won't it? Tomorrow, I'm sure you will. Or is it today? It'll be already be Monday there, won't it? Monday morning, won't it? Because you're ahead of us, aren't you? In New Zealand. Anyway, I hope you have a good time anyway. Right, so I'm going to go because I've got to go on to talk sport very soon. So I will be going over there. Talk TV, sorry. So please come and join me on Talk TV now, and we're going to look forward to that. And I will see you next time. So please join us on Tuesday for the Lionesses game. Terry says, a great show again, Richard. Gutted we didn't win for you, but as Easter present, well, you know, enjoy the rest of your time off, and we'll see you Tuesday for the England game. Come on, you Gunners. Night all in the chat. Mark says, I'm wishing you a good night's sleep. Well, it's only 7 o'clock in the evening here, mate, so I'm not going to sleep yet. I got my dinner first. But thanks for that, and enjoy it. And so enjoy the rest of your Easter, everybody. Thanks for watching. It finished Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Hell of a game. Bit disappointed not to have won in the end, but we'll take the point. We'll move on, and hopefully we'll go. Mark says PM England time. It is, yeah, it is PM England time. So thanks for watching. I'll say we'll be back Tuesday for the Lionesses game against Australia, funnily enough, where obviously, you know, not too far away from where Mark is in the world. And I think there's someone else in the chat who's from Australia, isn't there? Oh, Steve, of course. Forgot Steve. How can we forget? It's Steve, of course, from Australia. So that's who England play on Tuesday. So join me for that. Thanks for watching today. It did finish 2-2. Good or bad result? You'll have to decide about that. I'll have to decide very soon because I'm going on Talk TV to talk about it. So anyway, I'll see you very soon. Thank you for joining me. Not a disastrous result. Could have been worse. Could have been better, but we'll take the draw. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you very, very, very soon. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on, you Gunners. Real Martinelli. It's now with Granit Xhaka. Is it going to be the third goal? It is the third goal. Granit Xhaka with it. That's easy.